bank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy, the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe. And welcome to the Knicks at Night Podcast. Welcome. Wapo, the first one in the door. Hey, Wapo, leave that door wide open, man, because there's going to be a lot of people coming in here. Yeah, man. Latrell Sprewell is the American Dream, is in the building. What's good? Coach, oh, hell. Coach Color Blockster showed up. Oh, boy. Coach Color Blocks then showed up. Oh, boy. Y'all better be on your A game tonight. Color Blocks is in the building. What's good? Eddie F. What's good? Moochie the Cypher. What's good? Chef NYK is in the building. What's good? Yo, I appreciate y'all being here. Yo, we rocking tonight, man. We're going to talk about a few things, right? We're going to talk about a few things, man. We're going to get a few things off of our chest. I don't know why I always like to sit at this angle with y'all. Maybe it's just like this chair or something. But when I sit, like, try to sit in front, I'm not feeling it. But whatever. Yo, Heck is in the building. Yankees Morning Brew. Y'all make sure you subscribe to the channel, Yankees Morning Brew. Make sure y'all go check them out, man. Pudge Nice is in the building. Yeah, man, I checked out Yankees Morning Brew, and I checked out the channel, man. I like what they doing over there. I don't, y'all know me. I don't co-sign everybody that come in. That just ain't my style. Ain't no offense. You know what I'm saying? I just co-sign, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that I know is guaranteed to be dope. I think Heck trying to build something great over there. Yeah, man. Heck, throw your link in the chat, bro, so they can check it out. Throw your link in the chat. And y'all know cats don't be playing it. The cats don't be liking that, bro. You can't throw your link and somebody else, you know what I'm saying, live stream, bro. So you know it ain't nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Just going through something real quick, going through, you know, the daily rigmarole of stuff, man, trying to make sure your man, Uncle Freezy, be healthy, man. You know, y'all know how it is. I'm excited about Trevor Keels. I'm excited about Trevor Keels, y'all. And I'm not trying to crank up a hype train. Okay. I'm not trying to crank up a hype train. Y'all know I'm the opposite. I'm more even kill, no pun intended, when it comes to Knicks players. Dripmore's in the building. What's good? The number one barber. What's good? 19 comment says, show the fish tank. Man, that ain't nothing, man. That's Hollywooded up, bro. That ain't nothing. That's Hollywooded up, bro. That ain't nothing in there. I just got started with today. I really ain't did nothing to it yet. Right? I ain't really got nothing in there yet, man. Nothing major in there yet. I'm gonna run it about a month or so, and then after that, man, I'm gonna try to figure out. Maybe y'all can help me decide on what kind of fish to throw in there. Maybe I could throw in that fish that Derrick Rose. Maybe I could throw that fish Derrick Rose caught. Yo, oh my God, man. Yeah. Maybe I could throw that fish Derrick Rose caught in there. That fish is so small, he'll get in that little teeny tank and be lost. That little 10-gallon tank will be like the size of Queens to that little teeny fish Derrick Rose caught. Ahmad, what's good? But let me tell y'all something, man. Let me break down this Trevor Keels kid. And I'm going to give y'all a real honest breakdown of Trevor Keels. Right? This ain't drummed up. I'm not trying to drum up his value. You know, I'm going to keep it a buck. Keep it a bean. Keep it 10 times 10. I'm going to keep it real. Right? The fuck? Ain't that a Trevor Keels is a 5-star recruit that got to Duke and didn't pop. He didn't jump off the screen in his 1 year at Duke. Right? He had, in my opinion, he had a Wendell Carter type year at Duke. He had a Gary Trent Jr. I said Junior. Yo, I said Junior. A Gary Trent Jr. Yo. Nah, he had a Gary Trent Jr. type of season with his 1 year at Duke. Right. And he could have been, if everything had gone right, he could have been a top 15 player. But with AJ Griffin, with Wendell Moore, with Paolo Banchero, with who else? And Mark Williams. With that much talent on the team, he was overshadowed at Duke. Right? Heck is like, what you sipping on? You know I'm down south. So the joke is every time somebody say what you sipping on, everybody be like sipping on some scissor. That's the down south joke, but sipping on some scissor, sipping. But listen, Trevor Keels though, Knicks fans, don't be disillusioned by where this kid was drafted. Right? We are quick to bury somebody if they don't pop. Right? We're very quick as Knicks fans to bury people if they don't pop right away. If they don't pop right away, we're quick to bury them. But let me tell you something about this kid, Trevor Keels. So he does not have great lateral quickness. He does not have elite lateral quickness. Like, he ain't gonna get in front of you and JoJo White you. He ain't gonna 2K you. Y'all know the 2K. Y'all know the 2K between the leg 2K. That come from a dude named JoJo White who used to play point guard for the Boston Celtics. He is the original dude that used to just back up, dribbling between his legs, come forward, dribbling between his legs, and break you off and shimmy, go left or right. That's JoJo White. For those that don't know, that's a history lesson to you. He played point guard for the Boston Celtics. I think he's from St. Louis or somewhere. Right? So Keels is not that guy. When it comes to burst, he is Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett-ish in terms of explosion. He is also Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett-ish in terms of finishing at the rim. Right? He is that. So don't just off the rip, don't think this kid is going to be Marcus Smart, because he's not. That's a lazy comparison. When I first heard it, no, don't think Marcus Smart, right? Think more of a slicker Malcolm Brogdon. Think of a slicker version of Malcolm Brogdon. Like Malcolm Brogdon with slicker handles, right? Think of that. Because he is a big body guard, right? And he's right hand dominant, right? He has a left hand, but he doesn't use it because people can't stop him from going right. He does have a right hand. He does have a left hand, but he don't use it because opponents can't force him to. Right? Right? Here's the other thing, too, that I want you guys to think about. Here's the other thing I want you to think about. Defensively, he is not Marcus Smart. And quick guards like Ja Morant are going to go right by him. They don't have to dribble. When I say go right by him, as soon as they see the matchup, they'll flat out just blow by him. Pyong. There's no harm in that, because guess what? Ja Morant does that to a lot of people. So don't bury him just yet. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm giving you the full breakdown of Trevor Keels. Right? Trevor Keels doesn't have lateral quickness. He's not fluid in the hips, so to speak. Like he's not gonna wave off the help. Like, no. I got him. And stay in front of Ja. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Right? So he is a decent defender. He's a willing defender. He does want to defend, right? But he has weaknesses. Like he is not what you call fluid athletically in terms of defending. He's not that. What he is, though, is the most unselfish player you probably ever seen. He's probably the most unselfish draft pick the Knicks have drafted since Frank. Right? He's probably the most unselfish draft pick the Knicks have chosen since Frank Ntilikina. Right? Now, is he Frank? No. He's aggressive as hell offensively. Offensively, Listen, Trevor Keels wants to pass to everybody. But when the offense calls for him to shoot, he's shooting it. Ain't no think about it twice. He's like, oh, you gonna leave me open? I got you. I'll make you pay. You want to leave me open? I'll make you pay. You looking for a name? You looking to make a name for yourself? I'll make you famous. I heard that in a movie once. You looking to be famous, or you looking to make a name for yourself? I'll make you famous. That's Trevor Keels offensively. Hey, JL says Freezy about to make Keels the new Frank Ntilikina. No, I'm not doing that. He's better than Frank. Frank is a 6'4" Tree Rollins. We ain't talking about Frank. Right. We ain't talking about Frank. Right. Trevor Keels is unselfish. Trevor Keels is the player that can get in the paint anytime he wants because he is a dump truck on a small street. He's a RJ Barrett type driver to the basket. He's the garbage truck on a small city street. Little guys can't stop him. And the fortunate part is little guys play his position. Right? Right? Here's the other thing too. Trevor Keels knows how to play with talented players. Trevor Keels played at Duke. He helped lead that team to the Final Four. And the four other guys that he played with, the four other starters, are all first-round picks. Think about that. Trevor Keels, in his one season at Duke, with all his deficiencies, helped lead this team to the Final Four. And everybody in the starting lineup with him were all first-round picks, including the guy that went number 1 overall to the Orlando Magic, Paolo Banchero. He played with the 1 pick, the 15 pick, the 16 pick, and I think like the 27 pick or something weird like that. This dude played with 4 first-round picks. So a lot of his numbers that you see come from him sacrificing his game for the greater good. Right? But here's the thing that the two things that I want to that stick out to me that makes me think this guy is going to be in the point guard rotation. Right? Don't get it twisted. People are going to be like, yo, he got the body. He could play the wing. Shut up. Cats be lazy as hell with their analysis. Oh, he's 6'4", 220, man. I could see him guarding some threes. And man, shut up. Do some research. Do your homework. Don't just come in. Don't be all lazy like people. Yeah, well, Grimes is big, man. You know he could probably guard some threes, man. I saw him guard. Man, get out of here. Stop being ridiculous. Stop being ridiculous. This kid Keels won't turn 19 until the season. He's 18 years old. He's an excellent in-traffic passer. For those that don't know what that means, he is an excellent passer in traffic. when you're center, you know you had the center with the lowest usage rate, right? Right? You know you had we all saw it. We all saw our bigs wide open under the rim. Nobody's trying to pass to them. And then when you pass to them unexpectedly, it go out of bounds. And you're like, well, you ain't got no hands. Well, you don't never throw me the ball. It's a catch-22. Why would I look for the pass when you don't never try to pass it? And then when you do try to pass it to me, you 3 feet away throwing it 90 miles per hour. What I'm saying to you is Trevor Keels is a part of the future. Now, Trevor Keels is a part of the future. That's what I'm saying. People are like, hurry up, man. Get to the point. What are you talking about, Uncle Freezy? Trevor Keels is a part of the future. Now, is he a part of the immediate future? Probably not. He needs some seasoning. His shot form looks good when he is focused, right? Here's the thing with Trevor Keels at 6'4", 221. I'd like to see him in NBA shape, not high school shape, not high-level college shape. I like to see Trevor Keels in elite NBA shape. I like to see Trevor Keels be ripped. If Trevor Keels is ripped at 6'5", 221, now we talking about something at point guard. Now we talking. Now Kerry Cox is in the building. What's good? Building blocks was good. I love that Avi, bro. Pete Rock, Soul Brother #1. I love that Avi, bro. He got a joint on the album with Karen Willer. That's a banger, bro. It's a banger. Shout out to Pete Rock. Shout out to hip hop classic producer Pete Rock. Pete Rock said, "Pete Rock, the boot knot, put you in the headlock, and only something John Gotti, our clock." And I'm down with the Kings. Y'all remember Down with the Kings, Run DMC? Dope sample. Pete Rock was in his bag. 92 to about 94, Pete Rock was finito. I don't even know what finito mean, but it sounds like something impressive. You know what I'm saying? But Trevor Keels, listen, I really don't need Keels to lose weight. I need for him to shred. Right? I saw a dude, me and a dude were at the scale in the gym. Right? He was like, "Big man, how much you weigh?" I was like, "I don't know. When you fat, sometimes you retain water, bro. So I might be 345, I might be 355. Who knows? It depends. When you retain water, man, you know what I'm saying? You go from anywhere, up and down, up and down, up and down, right?" He's like, "You don't weigh no 345. You look like you weigh about 295. I'm like, "No, trust me, bro. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about." He's like, "Nah, bro. How tall are you?" And I stood by the thing. So you know how they have the thing in your gym? You know, like you have the scale and like a water fountain and like a bulletin board with all the stuff they trying to sell you. And then it's like this little room you can go in and buy your Gatorades and all that stuff. So I stand, I take my shoes off and I put my back to the wall. And the dude's like, "You look like you about 6'6". I'm like, "No, I definitely ain't 6'6", bro. Definitely ain't 6'6". I stand by the thing and my man walked by. He like, "You look like you about, what, 6'5 1/4? Oh, that sound about right." He like 6'5 1/4, 295. Boy, you should be playing for the Jets. Hold on, partner. Hold on, partner. I'm not wasting my life playing for no sorry behind Jets. I'm sorry. I'm not wasting my life playing for those sorry behind Jets. So Mark Sanchez can run up my back. No. And fumble the football. No, that ain't happening. But he steps on the scale, and trust me, I'm going to relate this to Trevor Keels, right? I'm like, yo, I'm telling you. And so I step on the scale, it's like 349, 350, 349, 350, 349, 350. You know how the number just jump back and forth, jump back and forth, jump back and forth? So 349, 350. You're like, yo, you crazy. What? The scale must be broke. He was like, yo, I weigh more than you. I don't know. He jumped on the scale. He 350. This dude is like 5'10", 350. Look like a melted bowl of ice cream. The dude look legit like, I was like, bro, you look like Play-Doh. And he's like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm getting back in the gym. I'm like, bro, don't get in the gym. You need to stay in here. Because you look like Play-Doh, bro. You're like, I know that, Uncle Freezy. Why you keep telling me? Stay in the gym. Stay motivated, bro. Eat right. Bodies are made in the kitchen. Go vegan. You need me to help you? I'll be here the same time every day. You're like, yeah, man, I appreciate that. So what I'm saying to Trevor Keels, to the Trevor Keels thing is this. Being 221 and bulky is one thing, and 221 and shredded is another. Right? Because look at Jimmy Butler at 232 pounds, right? And then look at Taj Gibson at 232 pounds. Jimmy Butler is 6'7", 232. Taj Gibson is 6'9", 232. Right? And Taj looks like he outweighs Jimmy Butler by 20 pounds. So what I'm getting at is it's not like his weight per se. It's how you tote that weight, how you carry it. And Kerry Cox says muscle weighs more than fat. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So this kid, Trevor Keels, at 221, I could see him playing point guard at 221, right? But think about this. Drew Holiday is listed at 6'3", 229. That's the player. Drew Holiday is the player that we want Trevor Keels to be. Not Malcolm Brogdon, but Drew Holiday. That's what we want. We want a Drew Holiday, right? That's what we want. And I think Trevor Keels is going to be some mix of Drew Holiday defensively. Once he gets into his NBA body, he'll be some mix between a Drew Holiday combo guard type player and a Kyle Lowry type player. Right? Think Drew Holiday at 6'4", 229 and Trevor Keels at 6'5", 221. Think that body type. That's what we're shooting for with Trevor Keels. Now, is he going to be that today? No. Is he going to be that today? No. Get that out of your mind. We need this kid in a gym. And we also need Tibbs and them to clean up his shot preparation. Right? And it's not just Keels. It's Randle. It's RJ. It's Grimes. It's Quickly. It's Obi. What is all of this mess before you shoot? What is all of this mess before you shoot? Like you doing all this? No. y'all think that their shots fell off because they can't shoot. No, these dudes have excellent. Listen, man. Randle is going to shoot 40% from three this year. RJ is going to shoot 40% from three again this year. And the reason why I could say that confidently is because the reason why they missed a lot of shots is because the thing I see on tape is the same thing the coaching staff has to see on tape. These guys were so overextended and so exhausted that all this stuff going on, all this stuff going on before they get into their shot throws their shots off. Because shot mechanics or shooting the basketball is not just about shot form. It's about stuff like biorhythms. All these things go into what makes a shooter, right? A shooter is not just born, right? A shooter puts it, first of all, how often do you see an out of shape pure shooter? Think about this. I'm asking people that know basketball, not just the randoms. Don't answer this question. Randoms, don't answer this question. I'll have another question for the random guys. But for the ones that love the game, but for the ones that love basketball, how often do you see an out of shape sharpshooter? Think about what I just asked you. When's the last time you saw an out of shape sharpshooter? A big fat moon. When's the last time you saw that? How often do you see that? Think about what I'm asking you. When do you see an out of shape or a sharpshooter? Like when you think about the greatest shooters of all time, think about your top three greatest shooters of all time. Think about the shape that they're in. Think about your Reggie Millers, your Ray Allens, your Steph Currys, your Kyle Korvers, your Klay Thompsons. When do you ever see an out of shape sharpshooter? And I know this seems like a random question. This is not a random question, y'all. It's not. Because what I'm getting at is once Randle gets back in shape, once RJ gets back into elite shape, all the stuff in their shot prep goes from shooting, right, to bim, left, right. I'm sorry. For the lefties, it'll be reversed depending on what their shot form is. For the lefties, they won't be left, right, 1, 2. It'll be right, left, 2, 1 for them. For the lefties, it'll be that right, left plant, and then 1, 2 to the rim, right? But think about all this. Think about Randle: jab step, pump fake, jab step, pump fake, pump, and then got now he's shooting a three. You doing all of that? All you doing is wasting energy. And getting in a bad shot form. Kick the ball back out. Right? Kick the ball out, man. Start all over. Right? So what I'm saying to you is the minor things, the small, minute things, I guess this is the way to put it and not like this, but the small, minute things are what threw us off last year. Like a point guard turns the corner and Mitch is wide open, but the guard doesn't want to force the ball into traffic. He don't know. And so this is the other thing, too, that I saw on tape and I want to share with y'all. Just while I got y'all by myself, because I'm going to throw the link in the chat. Right? But it's some small things I just want to touch on real quick while I got y'all here by myself. Our guards are not point guards because of small stuff like what type of pass to throw. Do you put English on his pass? Do you put touch on his pass? Your point guard turns the corner. There's a defender here and a defender here. Do you chest pass that ball through that opening? No. Depending on your direction, depending on the direction you go, you always pass with the outside hand, right? So if your defender is here, you pass with this hand. Bounce pass in traffic. Make sure the ball bounces up above the big's waist because you don't want your big man to be reaching down on the floor to catch a pass because you turn your big man into a small man. And I know a lot of people talk basketball, man. YouTube is full of dudes that talk basketball, right? Full of them. But what I'm here to tell y'all is this. We have to find out, like, who are we listening to, really? Who are we listening to? You telling me about assist totals, right? But I don't care nothing about assist totals. I care about assist chances. Because if you don't convert assist chances, I could care less about how many assists you got. How many times was a dude open and could have made a basket if you just got it to him? Kerry Cox, am I lying? Cox, am I lying? Look, those that know basketball, right? Those that know basketball know, it's not about how many assists you get. It's about your assist chances, the opportunity for you to make a play, and how many of those you convert on a nightly basis, because that is what contributes to winning. That's what contributes to winning. That's why Tibbs gets so frustrated with all these YouTubers. He's like, yo, just watch the tape. Y'all go out here and look at a single box score and break that box score down in a million pieces, right? Instead of saying, you know what? Against this coverage, Obi was supposed to cut baseline, but he came up top to screen. So when Quickly went to the rim, it was three guys out there. When Quickly turned to pivot, Obi was at the top of the key. That's not even his shot. Now Quickly got to back the ball out, call for Mitch to screen, and try to run a pick and roll with 7 seconds left. And y'all, and I'm saying us in general are saying Quickly dribble too much. Quickly always be pounding the basketball. He just pound it. Wait a minute. He pounded it because we ran a play. Two people ran the play wrong. People not being in the positions where they're supposed to be. He run his part correctly. Get there. The defense sees him coming. He got to back the ball out. He got to JoJo White back it out. Call for Mitch. Mitch ain't looking. Now Quickly got to shoot a contested three off the wing. And we say Quickly is not a point guard. But you can't sit the people that's messing up. You can't sit them because the fans are like, yo, Uncle Freezy, play the kids, play them through their mistakes. The only way they get better is by playing. You play them, they make a mistake, you blame the wrong guy. And look, and here's the classic example. I knew Kevin Knox was going to get traded, right? I knew Kevin Knox was going to get traded. And this is how I'll tell you how I knew Kevin Knox was going to get traded. They run a play. They run a pick and roll play, right? Right? They run a pick and roll play. Knox and Obi are staggered in the corner, right? Knox and Obi are staggered in the corner, right? And hear me out. The play before Obi enters the game, Knox is playing the 4, right? Obi comes into the game. Mitch is in the game, right? Just follow me, because y'all gonna get where I'm going. Knox played the four for this 2-minute stretch in the small lineup, right? Then Obi enters. I think they took out Burks, and Obi enters, right? Quickly calls for the screen. Mitch comes up top, right? Right? Knox and Obi. And so what is called for, like, the weak side defender is tagging both of them. You can see the weak side defender with his hand on both. Like, I got the corner in a defense. He got the corner. Whoever the corner man is, that's his rotation, right? Quickly turns the corner, and Knox and Obi bump into each other, running the play for the power forward. And I saw Tibbs' face, and I was like, yep, he great, get this joker out of here. Because Knox knew the play, but didn't understand the personnel grouping. Knox, when you and Obi are on the floor, Obi is not the 3. You are. And Obi is not the dude that shoots over 50% from the corner. You are. So when Quickly turns the corner, why are you knocking over Obi to get to the rim for the lob, Knox? You are not a lob threat. Knox, you're not a lob threat. So why are you occupying the dunker spot, knocking Obi out of the way, Quickly throws up a bad floater, right? And you can see Tibbs' face like, all Knox had to do was stay where he was at, right? And if that weak side defender that had the corner sagged down on Obi to stop the lob, Quickly could have threw the ball in the corner, passed the ball in the corner to Knox for a wide open 3. And it don't take a basketball genius to know that. It don't take a basketball genius to know 2 people shouldn't be guarded by 1 man. It don't take a basketball genius to understand that an offense needs spacing. Knox, you running right beside Obi. You running right beside another offensive player. Yeah, we gonna trade you, bro. We gonna trade you for something. We gonna trade Knox for a Xerox machine. We gonna trade Knox for one of them water machines. You know how the water you meet at the water cooler with the little paper cups. We gonna trade Kevin Knox for a water cooler because he got to get out of here. You can't understand personnel groupings, bro. The coach got to tell you that you were the 3 when another 4 comes in the game. You got to get out of here, Knox. I'm sorry. And I like Knox, by the way. I would have loved to see him thrive in New York. I would have loved to see it. Right? But Quickly threw a bad floater off the rim because the offense was discombobulated and the offense needed a shot. And people blamed Emmanuel Quickly. You see what I'm talking about here? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see why Tibbs is like, yo, y'all blame such and such for everything? Yeah, y'all got to go back and watch the film? Yeah, man, it's because when you put all these young players on the floor, man, you just can't go by the result of the shot that was taken. You have to look at the orchestra that led to a shot. You have to look at the movement on the floor that led to the shot. Right? And even on defense, the reason why Obi wasn't playing is not because of Tibbs disliked Obi, right? But I forgot what game we were watching. We were doing a live. We were watching it live together on Lawrence Tears. We was watching it live together on Lawrence Tears, right? Right? Basically, what the team did, I forget the team. They ran a back screen that should have led to a back cut. RJ called it out and sagged, right? He sagged to the rim. Instead of coming up top and leaving a cutter to cut from the corner, he sagged back. So in order to zone out real quick before he take off and go, right? But Obi went because he thought RJ was late on a rotation. But RJ saw the cutter from the opposite side trying to cut back door, right? So RJ waited, made sure the pass wasn't there, and then took off. And then Obi took off before him. And Obi Toppin looked at him like, bruh, you just want to protect the rim. Obi Toppin. Obi. Stop being damn ridiculous. Why would your 6'6" shooting guard be the rim protector on defense, Obi? Why? When you are a 6'9" power forward with a 44-inch vertical and athleticism. And when RJ came to you and said, bruh, I was trying to stop this dude cutting weak side before I went out there. The ball is on this side. I got plenty of time to get over there. Why are you rushing out there with me? And they get a layup right behind us. All I'm saying is basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. Just like I'm the king of the microphone, like Dr. J and Moses Malone. I just put the link in the chat, everybody. I'm sorry for talking y'all to death. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to say this thing about Trevor Keels, and I also wanted to say this thing about basketball in general. Right? Right? Refinesse was good. Free the Nick is in the building.
What's good?
What's good, boss?
Oh man, I just Kevin Knox, man. Kevin Knox. You know, I'll be honest with you. The day we traded him, I didn't even look at a box score in Atlanta. I didn't. I moved on, Freezy.
Wow. Hey, but you see what I mean, right? You see how we blame Tibbs for everything? And then when you watch the tape, you're like, why is the defense out here looking like Keystone Cops?
I mean, it's an easy target, but it's at the end of the day, you don't got the players if they ain't playing defense. There's only so much you could do. You could put so many schemes in place, and yeah, that'll work in certain situations. But if you don't have players that are playing defense and getting down, doing the little things, it's not going to look good.
Right. Man, look, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. These young kids are talented. They do need reps, but they have to shake off this thing of what they used to do in college and understand what their role is in the NBA.
No, you're right. I mean, my whole thing is this. Look, we got a lot of young guys, and we can't baby them, but we also
Right.
have to throw them out there. Like,
right.
The way you learn is through trial and error. But I don't. We all play favorites, Freezy. You know that we got fans that some people love quickly, some people hate quickly. Some people love RJ, some people hate RJ. Some people love Obi, some people hate Obi. That's just the bottom line. Fans are fans. But we have to hold them accountable, Freezy. Remember when people thought I was an RJ hater and still do?
Right.
You know the truth, Freezy. You know I love RJ. I don't have a hateful bone in my body, but I also understand RJ has flaws. He has flaws, Freezy.
Right.
So we have to fix the flaws.
Right.
To get him to bloom into a star. Because isn't that the point of this?
I
mean, isn't that the point of it? We want to blossom our own star in-house.
Yeah, and we can, right? But the only thing is we can't rush the process.
I agree.
Right? Like Obi Toppin needs reps protecting the rim. He needs reps protecting the rim. Right? Because he's not built to be a rim protector now. You can do that when you play in the Atlantic 10, when you're the biggest, most athletic dude in the conference. Right? But when you play against Robert Williams, just because Robert Williams is smaller than you doesn't mean that he's not a dog at center. Obi, just because you're the same size maybe as a Jared Allen, possibly maybe an inch shorter or something, doesn't mean that Jared Allen is going to allow you to bully him in the paint.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, my whole thing with Obi, just staying on Obi, is this. My three biggest things on Obi is this. Number one, he's going to get wide open threes in the corners.
Okay.
He has to be able to make a three. That's number one, to stay on the floor. If he can't make a three, I can't play him. Number two, he finally has a point guard, so hopefully he can roll to the rim and look like Amari Stoudemire, which is what I thought we thought we were going to see, but we didn't have a point guard. And number three, he's got to get better on defense. Like, that's just non-negotiable. Can he do it, Freezy? Yes, I do think he can. There are haters in Knick land that think Obi Toppin's a bust, that still regret drafting Obi Toppin. There are some people out there.
Right. I don't want to go that far with Obi.
I agree.
I don't want to call Obi a bust.
Me too. I don't want to either.
I want to clean up some stuff in Obi's game. The 3-point shot that you mentioned, he doesn't necessarily have to knock it down at 40%. We'd like for him to be at 45, 50%, somewhere between 44 and 46 from the corner. And then in the mid-30s everywhere else, right? For a big, that's what we want, right? But what we also want from Obi is for him to attack the closeout.
Yes.
When they come screaming out there like a bat out of hell, put the ball on the floor and try to dunk on somebody.
Yes.
Or if they rotate back to the rim, pull up and shoot the granny shot. Shoot the 12-footer. Right? Because everything in today's NBA can't be threes and dunks. Right? There's room for 2-pointers in today's NBA. Right? But you have to be a threat doing it. And if you're a threat from 3 levels, dunking, finishing at the rim, mid-range, and the 3, and you don't have to be exquisite.
No, he doesn't. But he has to be better.
But you have to be a threat.
Yeah.
Right? This one of my favorite. And listen, I know you might like tennis a little bit, right?
I love tennis,
right? But one of my favorite players to watch was a dude named Michael Chang.
Oh yeah.
And his name is lost to history, right? Because of the era he was in. He'll be lost to history because he played during a Andre Agassi, Canon camera, Nike, Just Do It, Bo Jackson, Bo Knowles era, right? Remember Agassi with all the long hair and the earring and the flamboyant shirts and all that stuff?
I do.
But Chang was exquisite at certain things. Like when you saw him, you were like, he's a teaching video at certain things. You're like, hey, if you want to learn how to do this, watch Michael Chang do this. Right? He's exquisite at certain things. A training video. Right? At certain things. Not serving, because he didn't have the most powerful serve. Like he wasn't gonna blister you. You know what I'm saying, with a serve or nothing. But damn, if you and serve and man, look, and serve and volley, you get tired watching it.
Yeah, it's a lost art today.
Yeah, well, I know, because dudes are saying, what's the top serve you saw this year? What, 147, 139?
Looked like 143 143, 144, something like that. It's just like people, they hit the ball so hard now. Like, yeah, they come into net, but they like to just blast the ball from the back. We don't have the rafters, the Sampras's that come in every point. It's a different game. I actually like Serena, and I mean Serena actually comes into net a lot more as she's aged. I know she's getting up there, but I've always enjoyed watching her. She's actually pretty good at the net. But I miss that. I miss that about the
agility.
game.
There's a certain level of agility, bro, that you would think a body that big, and I'm not calling that lady big, but she is muscular though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're thinking a body that size can't do these type of things, the agility. Because there was an era of, and I'm gonna talk about the Knicks, y'all. I calm down. I'm gonna get back to the Knicks.
You just get excited when you see me. That's you get excited around Wimbledon time, and you see me on the screen, and you just instantly think Steffi Graf and all these characters.
Yeah, like your Chris Everett. You remember Chris Everett?
Of course.
Or are you old enough to remember Chris Everett, or
yes.
Was that just a name from history?
I remember it.
Okay. Yeah, man, the Chris Everett's, man, where everything technical as hell. Bro, I'm telling you, this kid Trevor Keels is that.
So you like the pick?
Technician. Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What do you envision for him? Because you said patience, it's a process.
Yes.
What do you see this season for Trevor Keels? What do you envision for him this first year? Because he has the body.
Learning.
Okay.
Yep. Learning.
Do you believe
I think they like him?
Definitely.
I think they like him over Miles McBride already. They hadn't played a snap yet. They hadn't played a possession yet, and I think they like him more than Miles McBride.
Let me ask you this one question, Freezy, and I'm being serious. What are you looking for in Summer League? Like, as a fan, what most intrigues you, and what do you need to see that will say, okay? Or do you just don't look at anything in Summer League? You're not panicking at anything.
This year in Summer League, nothing. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care because we have all our foundation pieces already. So if a puppy joins the litter, I'm okay with it, right? But I'm not expecting one of these guys to become it, so to speak. You feel me? I'm not expecting Jean Montero to come in and be Tony Parker.
Is Quickly playing Summer League?
I don't think so.
So who's playing? McBride, Grimes, and Sims. Those guys.
I had the Summer League roster somewhere, man. I forgot. So it's the French guys. It's Quentin Ross, MJ Walker, the kid from Mississippi that we signed, the big from Mississippi.
Okay.
Keels, Grimes, McBride. It ain't really.
I like Sims. I mean, I don't know. Here's the funny part. When I saw Sims last year in Summer League, I did say, to be fair, I'm not always right. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I did say I saw something in the kid. I really did. And I still believe that. I think he has talent that I can work with. I'm not saying he's a superstar. I'm just saying he's a legitimate NBA big that he can go in the game and get physical.
You mean like Sheena Easton?
Yes.
Let's get physical.
Yes.
Come on and get physical. Let's get physical. Yeah. I think he'll do that. Now, is he a smart player? No. Hell no. He a bruiser, bro. That's all he gonna be. That's all he's ever gonna be.
But you need that. You need that on your roster.
Yeah. Is he ever gonna be a guy that's gonna be the guy that's gonna be a captain of a defense? No. No, I don't trust him in Mitchell Robinson in a spelling bee. Like I don't think those dudes are going to be captain of defenses because they depend heavily on athleticism, and I don't see the smart plays all the time. Mitch is a good dude, bro, but he's not I don't see him as being like the. I give an example. People underrate how smart Rudy Gobert is because he's always in place to do something. You're like, damn, Rudy Gobert just got dunked on, right? But Rudy Gobert got dunked on because he read the play and he read the offense and he scrambled to the rim to try to prevent it, right? And then you have Jericho Sims and the dunk come from out of nowhere. You're like, damn, whose man is that?
Right.
Jericho Sims, I don't know.
I mean, my thing, yeah. I mean, my thing with Mitch has always been this. Like, I was critical of Mitch, even though I'm happy. He deserved the money. 15, I said give him 12 to 13, but it wasn't going to happen. He wanted his 15 per year, but whatever. My whole thing with Mitch is a couple of things. Number one, first and foremost, it's health availability. Number two, right. He needs to learn how to set better screens. I'm sorry. Right. That's just right. I was on him the whole year about that. You watch Mitch, there's certain screens he sets unbelievable, and then there are other screens where he's out to lunch. He doesn't even set the pick.
Right.
But hopefully, this is the hope. The hope is that with a point guard on the floor, Mitch can get the easy lob dunks where he feels a part of it and then can just
with Keels on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Keels on the floor. I'm telling you, with Keels on the floor, either Mitchell Robinson is going to average 15 a game, or he's going to go home every night looking like a blueberry muffin.
Did you want the Knicks to sign Mitch?
Yes.
So did I. I thought we needed to bring him back.
Yes.
Because as much as people can hate on Mitch and say he's limited, and yes, he is limited, but the bottom line is he can dominate on defense when he's healthy. He can dominate on the glass. He can be a rim runner. We don't really have a point guard, so it's not fair it wasn't fair to him. He can get the alley-oop dunks. He just needs to just be motivated. Like, look, don't be a guy that just because you got your money, you're set. This is the time now for you to take the next step in your career, bro. We gave you the dough.
Right. Woodshed 1914 is in the building. What's good, Woodshed? That's my half brother. My brother from another other. What's good, Woodshed? What's good? Woodshed and I live down south, so we get to see a lot of these kids that come from down south up close and personal. But like I had a bird's eye view of Tyrese Maxey and Emmanuel Quickley, and my preference out of those two at the time when they were coming out of Kentucky was Emmanuel Quickley. And for some fate, he was drafted to my team. Okay. Right. And so I got to see. I never went to see RJ at Cameron Indoor Stadium, but we got a lot of RJ Barrett on TV down here, and so I wanted Zion because I believe Zion is my cousin. I don't know that for sure. Right.
Zion Williamson?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't know it for sure. Right, but I think he is. I think his pops and I might be cousins, I think, but I ain't sure.
Okay.
Right? And so I don't want to claim nothing like that if it ain't true, but I think it is. Word on the street is that it is. Right? But whatever. So I wanted Zion, right? Because he's the buzz down here. Like, his pops is from here. You know what I'm saying? So, but I also wanted RJ. I wanted the Knicks to trade up and get both picks, right? Because I love both the kids, and I also wanted to get Cam Reddish, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm getting at with Keels and with Mitch. If Mitch can catch the basketball this year, knowing that you have a Montero type player, a Brunson type player, a Keels type player, I believe Mitch is going to average about 15 a game.
Okay, wow. Okay. I'll take that.
Yeah, and it's not because he's going to be JoJo White and on cats like, has he stepped back, you know what I'm saying? None of that. Just a guard gets him the ball and a spot to score, and he converts. That's it.
Okay. I hope you're right.
Yeah, man, I'm confident in that, bro. I'm confident in that. I'm also confident that Julius Randle and RJ Barrett are going to bounce back. Just because point guard play was terrible last year, and it affected everybody. It affected everyone, even MJ Burks.
It did.
It affected him also.
It affected MJ Burks, and that, it's he still gets a lot of hate. And I'll say this, man. I like MJ Burks even when he plays. I enjoy watching him because I just like confident players that can ball when the money's on the line. He's not a point guard. I wasn't a point guard. I had to play out of position. I looked awful. Does that mean I'm a bad basketball player? No, I dominate in the fourth quarter when I'm off the ball. Some guys are like that.
Right.
Doesn't mean you have to hate on him.
I think Evan Fournier is going to be in that role this year. In that Alec Burks 2021 role.
Yeah.
I think Fournier is going to be in that role this year.
Here's the thing. Can we talk about Fournier for a second?
Sure.
I mean, so here's my take. Is he limited defensively? Yes. Did he absolutely drive me nuts at times last year more than maybe even anyone, maybe besides Kemba? Kemba drove me absolutely. Fournier,
Kemba's washed up, bro. Kemba's washed. Yeah. I'm trying to erase him from the database.
Yeah, and I like Kemba. Thank you for signing my cards. It's no disrespect. I appreciate you coming home. It just didn't work. But Evan could shoot that thing. He has a certain skill set. The hope is that Evan's familiarity now, the team knows how to use him properly. He'll be more comfortable this year. He's just streaky. He just got, and like, it's weird to say that for Freeze because he broke the 3-point record. But is it weird that I think even though he broke it, I still thought he was really streaky?
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Yes, in a sense. But I don't say that in a disrespectful way. I say it in a humble way. I'm answering your response humbly. Right? Because on paper it looks streaky, but I think Evan Fournier was the master of taking advantage of matchups in his favor. And matchups that were not in his favor.
Stark's record. He made the most threes, but like in watching that season play out, without looking at, I don't know what he shot from three last year. I don't have in front of me. I'm just saying, in watching him game in and game out, I just thought he was a streaky player.
Right, of course, because you would see Evan Fournier knock down threes against the Celtics, right? And you're like, well, how come he can't do that against everybody? And then we'll play Brooklyn the next night, and he won't even shoot. And you're like, well, this kid is streaky. Nah, bro. He's taking advantage of a matchup, right? Like Marcus Smart is not going to guard Evan Fournier. Jason Tatum is not going to guard Evan Fournier. Jalen Brown is not going to guard Evan Fournier. They're going to put their worst defender in that unit on Fournier, right? They're going to Jason Tatum on Julius Randle, Jalen Brown on RJ, and Marcus Smart on whoever the point guard is. And whoever the other random dude is on the floor, they're going to put that dude on Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier going to get hot and cook him.
Right.
And then he plays against the Nets, right?
Yeah.
And Julius Randle takes the KD Randle matchup personally. And Evan Fournier don't get the looks he got the previous night. And so you're like, damn, he had 40 last night. How come? Or he had 33 last night. How come he finished this game with 9?
Yeah.
Game flow.
Yeah.
Game flow.
It's game flow. I mean, like in a perfect world, like, and this is scary. I mean, he is our best shooter, but like in a perfect world, I probably want on a really good team, a really like championship level team, you probably want Evan Fournier as your like 7th or 8th guy coming off the bench.
Okay, would you take him in the MJ Burks role like I offered?
I mean, that's a tough one. I would take him in the MJ Burks role once every 2 nights because he can't really beat guys off the dribble like MJ Burks.
Right.
He can shoot that thing like MJ Burks, but MJ Burks, although MJ Burks is streaky too, in the fourth quarter, MJ Burks can take you off the dribble.
But he can't finish at the rim.
He can't finish at the he can't make layups in transition. You don't want MJ Burks shooting layups. But the thing is, if you watch that first year of MJ Burks, he literally dominated in like 15 fourth quarters. He literally freezes. We put the ball in his hands over anybody on the team and said, "Take us home." Like I value
not initially. Remember, there was another kid trying to be that. Another kid was trying to be that. It was a kid named Austin Rivers.
Oh,
was trying to be the closer.
Yeah, but then when we put obviously he's not a point guard, but I'm talking about only MJ Burks off the ball. But look, I don't want to spend more time on Burks. I wish him well. I'm a fan. I just appreciate guys that take the fourth quarter and can take it over, and he's not afraid. So I appreciated him. He's just not. He is what he is. But what's up, Knife?
Nietzsche, hey, y'all, I'm going to go grab another water. I'll be right back, okay?
What's good? I'm going to
go grab a water. I'll be right back. I'm going to just grab one out the fridge.
Gotcha.
Sounds good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man.
Oh, all right. Yeah, for some reason I can't even hear my uncle, but it's cool.
What's going on?
Man, same old. And just hearing you guys as speaking about Mitchell Robinson a little bit early on, I'm like, bro, we are in the best position with Jalen Brunson. And I wasn't even thinking about that because now you're talking about somebody that could read the floor, and he has so many options on the floor. He has Mitchell Robinson right down the paint. He had either Julius Randle and RJ Barrett either side, and whoever is playing with him is just going to be detrimental because they could stay in the corners, and he could just draw the attention by going down the paint.
Right. Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, people kill the Knicks for the Brunson deal. I'm just like, did you guys see who we had at point guard like the past 2 years? Like, and I'm not hating on Alfred because he gave us some value, but like, we finally have a decent point guard now, so other people can now actually play basketball again. So,
100%.
What are your thoughts?
Bro.
What are your thoughts on just like in general your feeling heading into I know the season hasn't started and the Knicks may still do some more things, but like what is your general feeling?
I feel great, man. I feel great, and it's not me being too optimistic. The thing is that finally it seems like the front office is actually doing something right. They are not selling nobody low. If a team is trying to take advantage of us, it's just going to be one of those that Leon Rose or the front office, they just going to decide of just passing and just run the dice that way. There ain't nothing bad of passing a bad deal, because a bad deal could actually end up being even a worse deal ahead of time if you just how can I say this? If you feel like you want certain players to move and you doing it in a desperate manner, you could literally destroy any type of franchise.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm with you, man.
What do you think about Julius Randle?
I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, I'm trying to be positive. I mean, it's so easy to just say guy stinks after what we saw last year, and I wouldn't blame anybody who has doubts. I mean, he goes from looking really good and then stinking in the playoffs, and then last year he was, let's just call it a disaster. But I always go back to the fact that he still has value. I mean, he still can give you 20 and 10 if you just get him motivated and get him in the right frame. Hopefully the pressure taken off of him with Jalen can get his mind right. That's first and foremost with Julius, getting his mind right. If he can get his mind right, he can shoot the three better, open up his game, dominate, and we can get a Julius that I think Knicks fans will start to come around on again. So we got to get his value up nice. That's my first take on Julius. I want to help him get his value again up, but I'm not going to. I think some Knicks fans, we always live in the moment, but the reality is this: not every solid player in the NBA is going to play great every year. They're going to have down years. It happens. Last year was terrible. Does that mean it's going to be terrible again this year? Maybe it will, but that doesn't. It's not 100% that it will. We'll see.
Man, I'm feeling with Julius Randle that this year, if you was so excited or anybody was excited of what they saw last 2 seasons ago, I'm telling you, this season he's going to be coming in with a bang. And if he does, that conversation about Julius Randle getting traded is going to be over. It's going to be over because you cannot deny that a player has a great season, then goes to great to bad, and then does even much greater than previous 2 seasons. If he comes with that mentality, I'm telling you, like the Knicks, we gonna keep him. And I feel like he's gonna take it personal. This season is between Julius Randle and RJ. Like they gotta feel like Jason Tatum and Brown when things wasn't working out, make it work. And if they look at each other like, something that we want to play with each other, we going to figure it out. And if they have that mentality, I'm telling you, you're going to see a lot of special things coming from both of those players.
Okay.
So nice. One thing I just want to say is there was talk and some articles written mid-season that Julius asked for a trade or wanted out. And to that, I say this. If that was the case, Julius would have been gone.
Yeah.
He's still here. Yeah. So all I can tell you is from everything I'm looking at, and I don't know anything, okay? I know nothing. I don't have any inside knowledge. I'm just a crazy fan that comes
That's not true. But okay, we'll go with it for the sake of the narrative. Yeah.
For the sake of the narrative. I'm just saying this. Julius Randle to me looks like a guy that's committed to the Knicks. So until I hear that he's not, because I don't care about him flipping off the fans. That doesn't mean he's not committed to the team. That's nonsense. He may be a bad leader for that year, but that doesn't mean he's not committed to the team. Until Julius Randle says he doesn't want to be a Knick, I'm still committed to Julius Randle and helping him because I know for the Knicks to be good, he has to be really good. So I don't think any Knicks fan that wants to see the team do well should want Julius to play well. I don't know. It's just maybe that's not I don't know. Maybe some fans can't get over him flipping them off, but like I don't. Bro, it was the heat of the moment. It was one game. Get over it.
Hey, when you see Kyrie flipping his finger off on Boston Celtics fans, you don't hear nothing about that. The thing is, it's different. When anything that has to do with New York Knicks, people need to understand that it's clickbait. If there's something that we just have to stop, is between these two fan base. Like RJ has an incredible fan base, OB as well. And I noticed one thing, that the fan base of either one of those two was the detriment of the other player.
Yeah, I hate that.
And that is no way of having a future with a productive team that could actually be in the future. You know what I mean?
Isn't that silly nice?
Mm-hmm.
I've said that all at times last year. Like, why? This is RJ's team. This is Julius's team. Why can't we just want them both to do well? Like, I don't. It's fine to say, okay, put the ball in RJ's hands. He's got it going right now. That's fine. But like, it's like people have these personal agendas, and I'm like, I hate it.
Yeah. If it's somebody's team. Like I'm in the mindset, or I have the mentality that it's nobody team. Nobody has proven nothing yet to actually say this is my team. Like to me, you got to make All-Star at least twice. You got to have some type of recognition at least twice. Like their rest of, like Julius Randle, he's up ahead of the curve just because of the MIP and making it to the All-Star. But if he does it again, and RJ Barrett makes it also to the All-Star, now we have a good debate.
Yeah, but RJ Barrett's gonna be an All-Star, bro.
No, I'm not down in that, Freezy. But what I'm saying is that we can't keep on putting players at a pedestal, expecting a lot, and they still haven't proven that. We only going on what we seeing right now and judging his productivity in the future. Like anything, and people need to understand this is the NBA, guys. Like nothing is set in stone. Anything can happen, and God forbid, knock on wood. I'm pretty sure I don't need to keep on going further to people end up understanding, but anybody could get hurt, and people's career could be over. And not that I'm wishing one thing or another to a player, but hey, if you start thinking about Cam Reddish, we all could acknowledge and we could all agree that he might be the talented player that we actually have in our team, the most talented player, but it doesn't mean nothing if he can't be on the court healthy.
Cam is intriguing to me because I don't really think he got enough time, and when he did get time, there's certain things that he can do on the floor that I feel like nobody on this roster can do. And he would always have these like 2 or 3 plays in the game. Like I remember vividly the Golden State game on the like where he can put the ball on the floor in transition, do a little scoop. Like I don't know if he consistently has it. I don't know yet, but I just know that he has not been given the time for me to evaluate him properly. I need time for him so I can personally evaluate what is Cam Reddish as a basketball.
Right. So let me blow your mind with something real quick. Let me blow your mind real quick. All right. So I'm gonna take this off real quick, y'all. So Cam Reddish is number 1 overall pick talent. Right? Cam Reddish is number 1 overall pick talent, but he is undrafted free agent motor. Right? And when you combine the two, you get something like a Cam Reddish, right? And for those of y'all keeping score, for all the health freaks out there, this is some kind of weird Ben & Jerry's non-dairy frozen dessert.
I thought
it's supposed to be like some kind of minimal calorie thing for everybody, for all the dudes like me trying to get out of that dad bod and trying to get back into somewhat decent shape.
What is that? A chocolate brownie ice cream?
Yeah.
One of those little pints of chocolate brownie ice cream?
Fudge brownie non-dairy frozen dessert.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I ice cream not being dairy. Yeah.
and nice, and it tastes like it.
Oh,
you
for
should
real?
never have to apologize. At this time of night, you should never have to apologize for eating a pint of ice cream, man. Just go. You don't even know what's in there, man. You gotta go for it.
Just go with it, right? Just go with it, right?
Hey, if it's one of those days, why not?
Why not, right? Why not? Evergreen G is in the building. What's good, Evergreen G? The G that is Evergreen. What's good? What's good, Evergreen? You got the link? We put the link in the chat like 1 billion times already.
Can I read a chat that somebody put out there and I?
Hey, I'm sorry, nice. Let me finish the Cam Reddish thing, and I promise I'll get out of it.
Nah, you good.
So Cam Reddish is the number 1 overall guy with talent, right? But not the mindset.
I don't think it's the mindset. I think it's that he keeps on getting hurt, Freezy. Like,
hey man,
it sucks. It sucks. I feel like he's in that same position as Miles Bridges right now. Miles Bridges, of course, being different because his was a little bit serious, but it's like you see talent in a certain player, and he might not even play for the NBA after what he has done. If it comes to be like everything being true, you know what I mean? But Cam Reddish is different because Cam Reddish, I feel like he has the hunger. He wants to play, but man, that body for some reason, man, there's always something that's quitting on him.
You think he's injury prone?
Yeah.
Chris Paul type. Oh! You know who he reminds you of? Tyson Chandler. You remember Tyson Chandler in the early years?
Oh Lord.
Always hurt. Always hurt. He'll go out and block Michael Jordan's fadeaway and then limp to the locker room. And you like, God dog it, Tyson Chandler. Just stay on the floor, bro. This dude will chase down LeBron James and block his dunk on a breakaway and then fall to the floor and grab his ankle. And you're like, oh, God dog, Tyson Chandler.
You know what, Freezy? I think that I was watching a lot of highlights on Isaiah. I was watching a lot of highlights on Isaiah, and he's a faller too. Go back and look at his highlights with the Clippers and with the Cavs.
Right.
That kid is a faller.
Right.
So I'm worried about that too. But as far as Cam Reddish is concerned, man, I think he might be the most important player on this team because of what.
Nah, man. No, man. You ain't about to start that. You ain't about to start that tonight. I'm ready to fight, bro. Evergreen G, you got 4 hours to fight.
Listen,
I'm ready.
Let me tell you something. I do got 4 hours. In fact, I probably got like 14 hours because
let's get it on.
I just got on the road and we taking a family road trip to Chicago.
Let's
So
get it on.
I gotta drive up to, I'm in South Jersey. I gotta drive up to New York first and pick the family up, and then we heading out to Chicago. So I got all night, buddy. How long you want to tango for?
Let's get it on.
Freezy. He's like, hey, I have all the best reason of being here because I need something to keep you awake.
Right.
Hold on. Can I hear Evergreen's point about why he? I'm actually curious. Evergreen, why do you say you think Cam Reddish is the most important player on this team?
All right, I'll say this.
And you better be right.
All right. So first and foremost, we already know what we have as we already know what we have in RJ, right? There's no place for RJ. Hold on, let me finish. We already know what we have in RJ. I know what we have in RJ. I see his potential. I see everything that he's improved year after year. And I think RJ is ready to take that next step. Now the issue that we have is that legitimate 3 position, and it's being clogged jammed right now, if you ask me, by Evan Fournier in a $20 million contract, right? With the intent to potentially move him or at least let him walk the following year, right? Okay. So I look at Cam Reddish and I say, okay, here's a guy who is going to be extended or can be extended or can sign a new contract at the same exact time as RJ.
Right. No, I agree.
So there's
you breaking up, brother.
Potential for this guy to. There's a huge way that he can be a part of this future, but we don't know exactly what he is yet. We've only seen glimpses of this kid.
True.
But we know the chemistry that he's had with RJ because they played together at Duke. So it's
Evergreen.
Like,
here's my question: will he be in the rotation though?
Listen, and that's why I said he's the most important piece. He's legitimately the piece that every Knick fan should be watching to establish at least the starting 5 for this future. Because whether he starts now or not, I would hope that he'd be a starter by the end of the season, so that we can figure out, okay, is this youth movement that we have is what we're going to continue with for at least the next 4 years to re-sign this guy. Because there's no doubt about it in my mind that we're not moving RJ, and clearly we're not moving Mitchell Robinson. He just broke the curse, right? Mm-hmm. So we got another 2 years with Obi Toppin, so he's there. We got another 2 years with Emmanuel Quickley. We got another 4 years with Jalen Brunson, and we got another year and a half, another 2 years with Julius Randle. So the only spot that we legitimately need to fill to maintain the core is the 3 spot, and Evan Fournier is gone after next season. So what do? We can find that spot and say, hey, I don't want to sign Evan Fournier for another large size contract, double digits. I can take this youth movement and go with Cam Reddish, but we got to see what he's doing. We got to see what he's there with. You see what I'm saying? So I truly believe that Cam Reddish is the guy. Just like I thought last year that Obi Toppin was the most important piece just because of what he could have potentially brought off of the bench for Julius Randle, but Tibbs blew that. I think that Cam Reddish is the guy, man. I think that Cam Reddish is the guy we need to really, really pay attention to. Because and again, I always look at things from a cap standpoint, right? I always look at things on the money. When you pay attention to the money and how the contracts are rolling out, you pay attention. You can really get a chance to see the exact vision of what the front office is looking like, and the fact that they signed Evan Fournier to that 3-year deal, right, with the trade clause at the end, shows that we have the potential to clear up a bunch of money to still be able to sign RJ Barrett and to solidify that wing. And of course, everybody's talking about the New York Knicks being the same way as the Boston Celtics are made up. Well, we just signed Mitchell Robinson to that, what is it, $14-15 million contract, just like Robert Williams, right? And now it's about that time to pay RJ and Cam, and they could be the Jason Tatum, Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brown,
mm-hmm.
right? They could be that 1-2 combo. We at least know that there's chemistry there from their college days. So I'm really, really paying attention to Cam Reddish this season.
All right. So
I appreciate the confidence.
Let me respond to this. I love being right so much and like the back and forth things. I was giddy. I was like legit. Evergreen G just laid down for me so I could be right here. Right?
I want to respond.
So first of all, Evan Fournier doesn't have a no trade clause at the end of his contract. He has a team option. Right? And listen, and I know you misspoke. So I'm just jabbing at you right there. I'm just jabbing because I understand where you were going. Right. The other thing too is, and Rob the Knicks says this a lot, and it applies sometimes, and it doesn't apply at other times. So sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not. You can't follow the money because the money never hit a jump shot. Right. The thing that we need to pay attention to is the performances on the floor. That's what we have to pay attention to. Because if these guys exceed a certain level, the contract that we gave them equates to value to us, right? And if they underachieve on the floor with the same dollar amount, if they underachieve, that means that contract is now an albatross, right? Right. So what I'm getting at is, as the guy that we should pay attention to, as not Cam Reddish per se, right? But what we should pay attention to is the efficiency at the point guard position. Because you haven't seen what RJ can do, right? And here's the reason why. Because RJ's first year, his point guard's name was Elfrid Payton. RJ's second year, his point guard's name was Elfrid Payton. In his third year, his point guard's name was Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose, Alec Burks. Right? So you haven't seen the best of RJ Barrett, nor Cam Reddish, nor Obi Toppin, because they never had a point guard that can unlock their game. You feel me? And so I understand where Evergreen G is coming from. If you're star searching, right? Because Evergreen G is star searching, right? He's like, yo, if certain things, such and such things happen, and Cam Reddish do such and such, boy, we might have a star on our hands. And I don't blame Evergreen G for star searching, right? But if you're one that's looking for the team to win, and these are two different perspectives, right? If you're looking for a star, if you're star searching, Cam Reddish might unlock, and listen, we might have a star on our hands. But if you're looking for the team to win, right? In a sense where you have a very efficient pick and roll handler, point guard, ball handler to 90th percentile, come into a team that was in the bottom 10 percentile, those two entities link up and they meet somewhere in the middle. Now, instead of RJ Barrett shooting 40% from the floor and 34% from three, now he's shooting 44% from the floor, 40% from three. All of a sudden, RJ goes from a 20-point per game scorer to a 24-point per game scorer. Now you're talking about, hey, is RJ Barrett an all-star? Julius Randle goes from 20 points a game to 24 points a game. Is Julius Randle an all-star again? Is Cam Reddish going from 38% from the floor to 46% from the floor? Now all this talk about what is Cam Reddish is no longer talk, it's action. It's action, right? So I understand where Evergreen G is coming from, and I'm glad he pointed that out too, by the way. But I think it all comes down to what we get out of the point guard position and how these new point guards can unlock the guys that we already have, because we hadn't seen the very best of RJ and Cam and Obi, because we hadn't had a point guard that can get them the ball in position to succeed and small stuff. Obi's in the corner.
I can help Cam Reddish.
Yeah. Like Obi's in the corner, right? Obi's spotted up in the corner. So instead of running the pick and roll on the same side as Obi, you run it on the opposite side of the floor. That way, Obi gets a longer look at a three-pointer. Or if the guy stays out there with Obi, like if he commits to the wing, right? If he commits to Evan Fournier on this wing, Obi cuts back door, I'm crashing. Now you could throw the lob over the top of the defense to Obi Toppin that came in, that crashed from the weak side and catches a lob. And all of a sudden, you are giving Obi Toppin confidence. Now, and I know some people will be like, man, confidence, they NBA players, man. Everybody, they supposed to get out there and do their job. Bruh, sometimes a dude just need a couple of bunnies to get going, to get in the flow of the game.
That's what I said about RJ. He needs bunnies early on to get him going.
If you look how Cam Reddish last injury, I'm telling you, just re-look at that game, man, or re-look at that video, because it tells you a lot. It tells you, like, Cam Reddish, he has the heart, he wants to play, he wants to show off, right. But man, he gives 120%. But that body, man, I'm telling you, man, just I'm looking at replays on how he landed, and it's like, it just sucks, man, because you see players that that type of injury or that type of fall, it doesn't phase them, but it's like every single time it comes to Cam Reddish, it feels like you on the buffet for one particular item. You having it, you loving it, everything, and it comes to the point that the waiter comes out of nowhere saying, "Oh, we ran out." That's how I feel with Cam Reddish. Like, bro, he has everything, but he keeps on getting hurt. I felt like he was already.
That's a great analogy, by the way.
I'm telling you, and it's no shame to Cam Reddish, because I'm telling you, it's not only you, it's not only me, it's not only Freezy, and it's not only our boy right here, but we want to see him succeed. We know he has it, but his body, man, I felt like he was threatened pretty much. The starter at that time, it was Fournier.
Right.
And people already was getting a glimpse of what was Cam Reddish, what people can.
And nice, did you remember how he slapped the floor? Remember he slapped the floor when he got hurt? He was like, damn, man. Every time I get ready to get in my bag, something happened.
Bro, and the funny thing is that we are not players, and we feel it's like I feel your pain. I know what you like, man. It sucks. It sucks, Freezy.
If you gave me 3 months with Cam Reddish, a 3-month commitment of playing him 20 plus minutes a night, not asking 30, not asking 40. I said 20 plus minutes a night with the right rotations on the floor. And you gave me 3 months with him in the gym to work on everything. And also to work on his body. Right. I think he could become a really good player in the league. Is Tibbs the right coach to get development out of a guy like Cam Reddish? We're about to find out. Because there are no excuses this coming season. If Cam Reddish is on this roster and he's not used, because he provides something to this team. To Evergreen's point, I'm not ready to say he's the most important player on the team. I can't say that. Right? I can't do that. I can't do that like Evergreen. And I'm not just everybody has a right to their opinion, and I respect Evergreen's take on it, because Cam definitely is very unique, and he brings something that to the table that we don't have. But is Tibbs the right guy to get it out of him? We're gonna find out.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, I think so, Evergreen. I think so. And here's the reason why. Here's just real quick. Yo, everybody on the floor is gonna make a mistake defensively, right? For instance, the Cam Johnson game winner, right? You remember the Cam Johnson game? Julius Randle get ejected. MJ Burks is at the line to seal the game. All he got to do was hit a free throw, but he missed. And Cam Johnson came down and hit the game winner, right?
Thanks for reminding me.
Everybody's going to make a mistake, right? Everybody's going to make a mistake. In that game, RJ made a couple of mistakes. He was bad that game defensively because the game plan said something, and in that game, a player got hot. You could tell the game plan was tag this guy, scramble to the corner, right, to Cam Johnson, right? But, bro, you can't tag the guy and scramble to the corner because Cam Johnson was already NBA Jam hot, right? The game plan was a smart game plan. Don't let Ayton beat us.
Randle cost that game.
Right?
That wasn't MJ Burks' fault.
That game was lost. That game was lost.
That game was lost way before MJ.
But checkmate. Listen to what I'm saying to you. The game before that with Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton, right? DeAndre Ayton murdered us going down the paint, right? But in this game, Mitchell Robinson outplayed DeAndre Ayton, right? Mitchell Robinson kept us in the game. Remember the tip backs he kept getting? The offensive rebound dunks?
Yeah.
The tip in late in the game kept us in the game. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So why do you have to tag Ayton when Cam Johnson is NBA Jam on fire in this game?
Fair point. No, that's fair.
Right? Why tag him? Why not just stay with Cam Johnson the whole time?
Lack of understanding.
But what I'm saying is RJ Barrett followed the game plan to the T, right? Because the game plan before that, the game before that in Phoenix, Jay Crowder was knocking down those corner threes, and it was like just breaking our back, right?
Yeah, but Freezy, that the game we lost, that game in the beginning before you're saying tag RJ, from what it looked like for me, it was a switch everything kind of deal, and Julius Randle is the one who looked bad that game. This is before RJ Barrett, blew it and had the shot, and this is before Burks,
and Mitchell Robinson got the tipped in.
This is before that. This is before that. Like the reason why Julius Randle looked so bad is because the next adjustment that they made the following game was what? It was, I got to try to play tighter on Jay Crowder because he was killing us. But They were switching everything. So the game, if you ask me, even though we were up, we were losing that game by minute 5 in the fourth quarter. Like,
no, man, we were winning. Remember, we were up by 15. We were up by 15.
I got you. What I'm saying is the momentum had shifted. The momentum was already shifting at that point in that game. Right? So because Julius Randle was playing so bad defensively, it only looks like it's very easy to point at RJ Barrett as the guy that made 2 or 3 mistakes when the mistakes happen, and it just so happens between him and Burks that was the final cost of the game, and the shot got hit on RJ, right? Like that. So it's
no, the shot got hit on Burks. The game winner got hit on Burks because Burks didn't box out.
Okay, okay, Burks didn't box. Okay, you're right. I apologize, but
because Burks was at the free throw line. He missed the free throw, And then Cam Johnson ran by Burks.
Yeah.
Right? Because Burks didn't box out. You had the free throw. You let a dude outside the 3-point line get the rebound?
Yeah.
Burks?
Yeah, okay.
And you're a veteran? Come
Randle
on, Burks.
can't get ejected from that game.
Yeah,
I understand. I understand that, y'all. But what I'm saying is, I understand that. And so what happens is it's water under the bridge now, right? But what I'm saying to y'all is this. The game plan was followed to a T, right?
Sure.
But you have to understand that Cam Johnson is catch and shoot hot. He Klay Thompson 60-point game hot, right? So the game instead of doubling a guy in the paint that's already been neutralized by one player, just stay with Cam Johnson.
I agree.
Right?
Freezy, you could say the same thing about RJ in the next game when, I mean, I got killed for saying it, but you could say the same thing in two situations with RJ.
You talking about when Patty Mills came down and hit those back-to-back threes for the Nets?
No, I'm talking about when RJ made the free throw. We needed him to miss the free throw.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's true.
That's a lack of that kid. That
You talking about
blew
the
me
game
away.
in Brooklyn? You talking about the Brooklyn
I'm
in
talking about
Brooklyn?
the game
right?
at Brooklyn where RJ Barrett's at the line, okay, in that game, and he makes the free throw. You need to learn just as much as.
He realized he made the mistake as soon as he made the basket. He's like, "Oh shit, I was supposed to."
I know,
that."
but what I'm saying is like people want RJ to make free throws. I also need him to learn how to miss free throws.
Yeah.
And then also RJ in the Atlanta Hawks playoff series, game 1. I hate to say it because I blame Frank Ntilikina. You're an all-star stopper. You got to get the stop at the end of the game. Yes, he was not fresh, and Tips put him in a bad spot. But when you don't play, you got to get that stop.
But that's Taj Gibson's fault, bro.
Okay, that's fair too. But other than Frank Ntilikina and Taj Gibson, I blame RJ because he didn't get the rebound. If he secures the rebound, we win game 1.
Before that, right?
Yeah.
Before that, right?
RJ had lack of awareness on that.
Yeah.
People don't want to talk about that, and I don't want to harp on it because he was young. But if RJ Barrett makes that rebound, we win game 1.
Yep.
And the other thing too, the other thing too is because it's a tale of all of this going all the way back 2 or 3 years, right? Of we're just a fingertip away from turning the tide. Like we're legit a fingertip, but like 50-50 plays. We're about 50-50 plays away from being a second round team. Right, and people don't want to hit it. They're like, "Man, crank up the tank."
But hold on, Freezy. Why is it that when I said that last year, everyone lost their minds?
Because people like to lose their mind, bro.
Yeah. I was literally like, I'm like, bro, we're one big move away from being that team, right? From being a team that can compete. We literally had, wins against every single team. Formidable wins at that.
Right.
Why was
and impressive wins.
Right.
Evergreen. The problem is that whenever you have an organization or a team that has been losing so much for so long.
Yep.
Look at it this way. You're not looking at it being built the right way. You're looking for a superstar to actually change the culture. Even though you actually seeing that they pretty much the front office is doing the right thing for the longest time that we've been expecting, and now they doing it. And it's like now people is like, nah, I don't care about them building up right. I care about superstars. So it's like they're not gonna be. I'm sorry to say it, but you can't please everybody, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? You're right, and that this is why I encourage everybody. Whoever's still listening right now, I know it's 12:50 in the morning. I've always encouraged anybody, bro, before y'all start talking about, what the team should do, like, it's a very good idea for you to at least have some understanding of the sections of the collective bargaining agreement. Because when everyone was losing their minds about not being able to see what the vision of the teams were, you can see the vision of the team by simply looking at the contracts. Right. And that's why it was very easy to see once we made that push in the draft and we traded it away, right then and away, it was glaring. It was glaring right there. So you can see the vision of the team by staring at the contracts. And the only anomalies you get is when a player unexpectedly pops, which is what Freezy was getting at earlier. Where you got to look at the players. When you get one guy that just randomly, unexpectedly pops, i.e. Julius Randle in his contract year, right? It changes the slight vision. But now that we got him on extension, and you know he's still playing with us, you can look at all the rest of the contracts and you can see exactly what's getting ready to happen. And the only spot that legitimately needs to get filled and held on to that's not too expensive is that 3 spot, assuming that you keep RJ at the 2. Right? If you keep RJ at the 2 and you say, hey, I'm gonna have quickly come off the bench at the 1 or quickly come off as the 6 man or whatever the case is, the next spot that you legitimately have to fill that's going to solidify everything is that 3 spot, right? And no matter what type of lineups that you do, not necessarily the odd man out, but Evan Fournier is the anomaly piece at $20 million a year. You know, so what do you do with that $20 million? Do you try to move it, or do you keep it and exhaust it, and then eventually get up off get up off Cam Reddish as trade bait? I don't know, but I tell you this: on a defensive end, I damn sure don't want to trust Evan Fournier as being the guy, right? I don't want to do that. I mean, yes, he was getting those. He got a few good steals, a few good games where he was getting, you know, pretty decent steals. But I don't want to trust Evan Fournier as the guy that I want to hold in the future at 30 years old or 31 years old. That's not it. So, you know, we're going to talk about going young, and even Leon Rose said going young. So we moved the picks. We didn't draft. So that means we're going right there at that age of 23, 24, right? And Cam Reddish and those guys fit that mold perfectly. We just got to hope that Cam Reddish can stay healthy.
You know that if there's one player that is due for a contract, I'd rather pay Cam Reddish right now, not wait next season,
right?
And have a conversation. But he's not gonna get no crazy type of money. He's gonna get a type of money like saying like, hey, we are giving you this money based on what you given on the floor, and unfortunately, you're not being so productive on the floor. And when I mean productive, it's like because of availability. So I hate to use this term or this word, but lowball him,
right?
And have some type of commitment with Cam Reddish. Like, listen, and this has nothing to do with Coach Hibb. This has to do more with his agent and the front office. Like, they need to pull aside Cam Reddish and being like, hey, we're gonna set you up with appointments with this dude, with that dude, so that we could get your body situated, landing, doing certain things so that whenever you're about to fall, you could fall in a particular way and you could protect yourself even furthermore.
Hey, watch this. Watch the money, right? Watch this. 3 years, $33 million, team option starting on the 2nd year.
Okay.
Right there. And that tells the front office, that tells him as a player, hey, we want you for the future, but if you don't work out, we can still move you. But we want you here because we're getting ready to, we know for a fact that RJ is going to be a part of the future, right? We want you here to play alongside him, right? And if you do what you're supposed to do, then when that team, when it's time for you to extend on that 3rd year, we're going to extend you and give you what you need because the money will overlap. It's that simple.
Exactly.
If Cam was a tennis player, he's that type of guy that could win a set 6-1 in 20 minutes and then take a bathroom break and you don't see him for 15 minutes and then he retires. Like, I need to see him play these 3 out of 5 set matches and go the distance for a season before I can start to talk about the cheddar.
Are you calling him John Isner?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, but Esprit, isn't it easy if you give this man some sort of money, like to show some type of commitment from the organization towards him, and it's not like we are trying to play you, but at the same time we're gonna give you what the market value is saying right now, and unfortunately, just because you're not on the floor showing availability, we're gonna pay you a such amount of money so that you can see that we believe in you. But it's just like Money said early on, it's so that he could see that we trust him enough. But it's not going to hurt us. It's free. It's not going to hurt us because let's say if he balls out this season, people is going to forget about the last 2 seasons before this season. And now if he balls out, I don't want 120.
No, I
or
understand.
nothing less than 120. So
it'll get more. It'll get more. You're right, but I'll say this: if the Knicks didn't believe in him, then they should have never traded for him. I mean, like if you like to
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
Hold on. Let me explain that. That's
I know Tibbs
I'm
didn't
glad
want
you
him.
brought that
Is
up.
what you're gonna tell me.
It's not even that Tibbs didn't want him. Again, contracts. Gotta pay attention to the money. You got to remember when we traded, we got rid of a pick and Kevin Knox, right? Because Kevin Knox was due
for a contract.
to get signed. If
Yeah.
we would have stuck with Kevin Knox, we would have had to pay him because he was the number 7 pick. So
Yeah.
all we really did was move back and trade for another Kevin Knox as far as money is concerned. Right?
A better
the
Kevin
same
Knox
money would have been paid out the following year, and we right, and that's what I'm saying. So like when you follow the money, you saw how the move for Cam Reddish made sense financially because no one was getting ready to extend Kevin Knox or to re-sign Kevin Knox for anything and still have to pay that guy because we drafted him. So because of that, we trade for Cam Reddish, and now we don't have to pay him all that same exact money for being on the same team that he drafted. So that was a financial move more than it was, hey, we're trying to get the player. It just so happens that we all know Cam Reddish is better than Kevin Knox, and Cam Reddish, he showed what he can do, but Atlanta was log jammed at the 3 position with Kevin Horter, even with John Collins
and Evergreen,
all those other forwards they got.
Right, and they could get that first round contract off their books sooner.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Atlanta can get that first round pick money off their books.
I just
instead of having the first round pick on their books for 2 years, they had it on there for the rest of 1 year.
Right.
And they didn't re-sign Kevin Knox.
Right. Where's Kevin Knox now? Didn't he just go to Minnesota, I think?
Detroit. He signed with Detroit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So again, when you follow the money, everyone was like, "Oh man, we got a good steal for Cam Reddish," and it's like, yeah, and it's clear and evident that he was going to be a future piece because they want to see what he will be able to do with RJ. It was clear and evident the moment they did that. The moment they made that trade, it's like, okay, they're going to be looking at this guy for the future.
Yeah.
The only mistake that was made was the fact that they rushed into the Evan Fournier signing for how much money they signed him for. Which, although everyone's saying, hey, Evan Fournier is an easy contract to move, it's not really that easy. It's not really that easy. At $20 million.
Evergreen, we have to at least see him. Like, this is just me. I mean, I understand it. Like, the price only goes up, and I want Cam Reddish to be on the team. I wanted him to get a real fair shot. I just need Tibbs to play him first. That's just me. Consistently.
I'll tell you what. Look at it like this. Tibbs was willing to play Alec Burks. He was willing to play Alec Burks all of those minutes for $9 million, $10 million. Right?
Yeah.
He sat Taj Gibson pretty much the majority of the season on the bench for what? How much was Taj Gibson making last season?
Not sure.
$5 million. Yeah. Nerlens Noel sat on the bench for $10 million. Right. So all I'm saying is we know that Tibbs is going to play Cam Reddish. Yeah. Right. He's going to get minutes. That's obvious.
Yeah. Wait, do we know that? Do we know that for sure?
I believe so.
Yeah, I feel I feel like he was feeling in love, like he was falling in love with Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
But Spree, just like I keep on saying, as much as we keep on getting that appetizer, it's only a matter of time. For every single time it's Cam Reddish, whatever it is.
Right. Look at it like this. Everyone sees all the potential that we have in Grimes at the wing spot, right? But we have Grimes for the next. Did you say
everyone? Did you say everyone?
Well, I'll say this. There's a lot of people that are high on Grimes. We'll leave it at that, right? We don't want to get into.
There's a lot of people that love ham sandwiches. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, but we have Grimes for the next 3 seasons, right? So
yes,
we know that he's there. We know that he's there. Even if we don't play Grimes all season, we know that he's there for the cheap at that, right? But we don't know what Cam Reddish is yet. So in order for the front office to move adequately in a manner of seeing if this guy's for the future, they have to play him or end up with another issue with Kevin Knox, and I'm going to have to trade him away and a pick away to get rid of him, right? So I think Cam Reddish is the guy that's going to get played at the 3, at least off the bench, right? I want to see him start, and we know that all comes with training camp. But I think if he gives you 17, 18 minutes a game in the now, and we see what we get at him later on, right? Okay. It's the 3 is the last spot that we need to fill. It's the last spot.
Evergreen, I love it, man. I hope you're right, man. I mean, he deserves a shot. I mean, if the Knicks are going to have a good year, I think Cam Reddish has to have a big role.
Well, hold on. Don't get me wrong. He don't deserve nothing, right? Nobody deserves anything.
Well, you got to earn it,
right? According to Tibbs, you got to earn.
Of course.
Right.
I agree with that.
You got to show me what you got, right? But again, if Tibbs is going to remain the coach, then unfortunately, he's got to show Tibbs, right?
This is a big year for Tibbs, Evergreen, because I defend him I got a lot of friends, or haters of the Knicks, haters of Tibbs. And look, Tibbs made me look bad last year, and it wasn't all his fault. I know we all like it, but I'll just say this. This is a very, very big year for Tibbs for me, because I've been a very big defender, and it's hard for me because I got a lot of people on my back saying, what did you say about Tibbs? That I told you it was his first year looks amazing, and then it goes downhill. I put my life on the line for Tibbs. I stuck my neck out. This is a very, very big year. Before I go to sleep, if Tibbs is watching, or if somebody knows Tibbs that's watching this, I need him to get it done. That's all.
Tell him to smash the like button. Tibbs, if you watch it, smash the like button.
I'll tell you this. If you stick your neck out, you always got to be weary of the guillotine, right? And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to have that blade come down on my neck and move my head out of the way more than one time. So
I'm very loyal. I'm very loyal. Even if my head gets chopped out, I'm a loyal guy. But I'm gonna go to bat for Tibbs because he signed my cards. But Freezy, you the man, and I'll talk to you tomorrow night.
All right, boss.
All right, peace.
Have a good one, brother.
Man. Peace, y'all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Evergreen G, here's the thing: the Knicks are gonna win a championship.
Yes. In
the next 4 years. And start a dynasty, and they're going to look like the Seattle Supersonics doing it. Emmanuel Quickley is going to be the most improved player in the NBA this season. RJ Barrett is going to be an all-star, and Julius Randle might make the all-star team depending on how many votes he can get from the New York crowd. Bim.
Well, I want Mitch to stay healthy and get DPOY. That's what I want, because the money says that this is what you're supposed to do, right? And being that this is the only thing that he really hangs his head on is defense and lobs, then you better do that really good for the money you got, right? Especially if we're going to compare all that money to Robert Williams' contract, which is what everybody was so upset about. So I need Mitchell Robinson. That's my biggest expectation, is for Cam Reddish to break the lineup and for Mitchell Robinson to get DPOY. Everything else, you can give me RJ's production, relatively the same and better from last season. Hell, you can even give me Julius Randle's production last season the same. And I'd be cool, right? You take away the attitude, and I'd be cool, because I expect it to be, I expect to be there some type of new balance of power with Jalen Brunson, man in the front. So my expectation is Mitchell Robinson, DPOY, right? Keep everything else the same, and let's see what Jalen Brunson does for us.
What you thinking, Nice?
No, just thinking of the possibility. Hopefully everything works out for Cam Reddish. I'm still thinking about Cam Reddish, player.
I think Cam's gonna be all right. I think a reasonable expectation for Cam is about 12 points a game, about 4 rebounds, and play about 70 games.
But you know what's the problem with Cam Reddish or Freezy? This kid, a lot of people be downplaying it, but this kid has heart. He's not the type of player that if you look at that play that he got injured, RJ Barrett, he went for a layup. It got slapped from the opposite team, and then they started going on a fast pace. And I'm telling you, this dude Cam Reddish, he had that type of heart. Like, oh, you think that you just gonna block on my end, and we ain't gonna do nothing about that? He went from his side, from his corner, to block the other side just to prove a point, and look what happened. You know, he's
Right.
like, he has that type of animal inside of him. Like, as much as you want to turn that notch a little bit. Oops, you good?
I mean, honestly, if you watch Game 3 and Game 4 against Philly, Atlanta against Philly, that should have been enough to see Cam Reddish is all about it. Like, as soon as he came off that bench and was that guy, you know, he really showed. I think he showed the world what he can do, but it wasn't feasible for Atlanta to keep him.
But what I'm saying is that Cam Reddish, as much as you tell him, be a type of player where you gonna take care of your body, like he wants to leave everything on the floor, man. He's trying to give 120%. You good, Freezy?
Nah, look.
Oh.
Yeah.
So as much as you want to control that on his aspect, I'm telling you right now, ain't no controlling that kid. That kid wants to leave everything on the floor. He wants to give his heart in that particular game, man. Man, it's just hurting him in the long run.
Yeah. Hey, just real quick, man. Fish tank aquarium update. I don't have any fish yet. I don't have all the decorations in that I want yet. But just set it up today. I'm gonna let it rock for about 2 weeks or so, and then we'll go fish hunting. Like we'll go get us. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably get that fish that Derrick Rose caught. Remember Derrick Rose caught that little teeny fish? We'll see if we can get that one.
Hey, Freezy,
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
I didn't know if you knew this, but fish don't care about decorations. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. I thought they lived for that stuff, bro. What are you saying? You messing my mind up now, bro.
Just fish will be fish, man. Just
What?
put them in a tank and let it go.
Nah, get out of it, man. Come on, man. I had my hopes up. Yeah, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. The points that y'all making are really good, man. My main thing is everything hinges on the play of Jalen Brunson. Everything that we mentioned tonight hinges on the productivity we get from the point guard position.
Now,
everything.
Do you think Jalen Brunson is the point guard that's like distributor point guard?
Yes.
Do you think that that's what he's designed to be, or do you think that he's the score for, like? Because when I look at Jalen Brunson, I look at what Isaiah Thomas did after his sister passed.
Right.
And that's what I see him as. And
you see him as a 28 points a game, and I know he's not scoring 28 points a game. I know he's not going to do that on a consistent basis. But maybe when something happens, he can go off for a stretch of 10 or 12 games where he's like 28 points a game and 5.5 assists.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm talking about as far as like being like a pure point guard where his.
Who do you guys think that's gonna have the most point in our team next season?
RJ.
What about you, Evergreen?
Ask that question again. You broke up.
No, you good. Who do you think that's gonna have the most points per game next season?
The highest scoring average.
Ooh, honestly, I think Julius games gets easier, man. I have to go Julius. Honestly, I mean, if Jalen Brunson as a point guard has any right mind, his intention is, how can I get this guy to get easy buckets?
Yep.
Knowing that, knowing that 90% of the time, Julius Randle is probably the strongest player on the floor. Like, I think setting him up with easy buckets in the paint, back to the basket, Brahma Bullen. I think Julius Randle is still the guy that averages the most amount of points. But I think Julius Randle's assists per game dropped down significantly. Maybe about three assists a game, 4 at max. But I think his productivity skyrockets.
I was thinking the opposite. Let's debate that.
I was
thinking the opposite. I'm sorry, Nice.
Nah, you good, brother. You know who I'll take? And I believe somebody, just like you said, Freezy, early on, people will be reading your mind. I'll be feeling the same thing. It's like people already know where you're going with it. But I feel like Finesse already said it. Brunson is the one. Like I'm telling you right now, and people ain't seeing it. Dallas, they did not knew how much of a special player they had until they ended up losing him. Based on what they actually saw on the on the playoffs. So what I'm feeling with Brunson is that, damn, we had that type of player in our team and we didn't play them with Luka that much. Oh man, wait until next season, and it was already too late. Brunson wasn't having it. So I feel like Brunson, he's not gonna judge like who's gonna get the ball. He's just gonna pass it to whoever is the best available player wide open. It could be Julius, it could be RJ, but it could be split. And the only
but nice. Here's the thing: the play doesn't end when Brunson passed the ball.
Exactly.
The play doesn't have to end when he passes it.
But
because Julius Randle may be the reason why Brunson gets hockey assists.
But you know what thing, Freezy? I think that Brunson, he's gonna disrupt the paint. He wants that double and triple team so that people on the side could be wide open. And if Mitchell Robinson is down the paint and whoever's guarding Mitchell Robinson turns around to guard Brunson, he's just gonna give another layup to Mitchell Robinson, easy too. So he just, I'm telling you, I feel like Brunson is the one that's gonna be top notch. Like a lot of people that started doubting him, started questioning him, his gameplay. People's gonna be surprised the next season.
Right.
Because now we're gonna have the conversation. All right, so who we talking about? Brunson, RJ, or Julius?
Right. I'm saying, bro, I'm telling you, Nice, you're onto something. It's the same thing I mentioned 3 days ago. When did we first start back doing the Knicks At Night podcast? 4 days ago? 5?
Yeah.
Whenever we started back doing the Knicks At Night podcast, because we got to get the people what they want, bro. Knicks fans need a nighttime show that they can come and hang out. They got to have it, and we got to provide it, right? But the thing what Nice just said, he's saying the same thing I mentioned about a week ago on this very same show. The addition of Jalen Brunson is going to have teams in jeopardy where they have to pick their poison.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You are going to be poisoned. Pick the one you want to die from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You are going to get poisoned. Pick the one. though, because on that pick and roll with Jalen Brunson coming around, you can't let Brunson have the mid range, right? Because he'll kill you.
Easy too, right there.
Right. And so if you bring your big man, if your big man shows and presses, right, Mitch gets a lob over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if the weak side defender that's tagging Mitch stays there to stop Mitch getting the lob, now you have Fournier or Cam Reddish in the corner wide open for three.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If they rotate over that way, now follow me, because defense runs things called rotations.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When one guy leaves, the other guy occupies, right?
Yep.
So the guy leaves the wing player, rotates to the guy over to the corner for RJ Barrett off the wing for three, where he shot 40% from three 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're going to have to pick your poison here. You're going to have to pick your poison. And it's all due to Jalen Brunson being inserted into your starting lineup.
Yep.
It's the reason why I say I don't want Fournier starting. I want to move Fournier to the bench and the Alec Burks role, right? The small forward on the bench. Listen, off the bench, my guards are Derrick Rose, Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and at the wing as a wing player, right? Right. Then you have, and I know this is gonna sound crazy. Then you have Cam Reddish fighting Fournier and Obi for those forward minutes, right? Because I want Emmanuel Quickly in the starting lineup. I don't care about how tall somebody is. What I care about is defensive efficiency.
Yeah.
The defensive. I don't care what it looks like. I just care that it happens.
So
right?
Are you saying that Emmanuel Quickly's defense is better than Cam Reddish's defense?
No, what I'm saying is I need a second primary ball handler in the starting lineup with Jalen Brunson.
Okay, cool.
That's what I'm saying.
I like it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying think Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet.
But
in Toronto's offense 3 years ago. 4 years ago.
But you know what's going to be even more beautiful? Seeing that, whenever the ball goes to either RJ and Julius Randle, it's not about you bringing down the ball or thinking about it. It's about you shooting it. Because if he passes it to you, it's because you have the green light. Right. You was wide open. Your field goal percentage, it shouldn't be only going up. It definitely must be going up. Because if he passes it to you, it's most likely because nobody's defending you. So now the question is that you don't have somebody double, triple teaming you, and you still taking a whack booty type of shot.
But nice. I understand what you're saying. But this is what I want to get back to. You remember the scenario where you said basically you got to pick your poison, right? So now in that pick your poison scenario, you simplified the reads for Jalen Brunson, right? Who's not a traditional pass first Chris Paul type point guard. So you simplify the reads for him, right? And guess who else you simplify the reads for? Emmanuel Quickly, who people think struggles to be a point guard. But when you simplify the reads for him and for Fred VanVleet or Emmanuel Quickly, whatever you want to call him in this scenario, right? When you simplify the reads for both of those guys, right? That means you can attack the defense from either side of the floor, right? Like say for instance, Jimmy Butler starts out on the right side of the floor against, say, Jimmy Butler's guarding RJ. You can rotate the ball to the other side of the floor, eliminate that elite defender, run the pick and roll from that side of the floor, and now you have Tyler Hero guarding somebody. Who would you rather have guarding the scorer on this play, Tyler Hero or Jimmy Butler? These are the things we got to do. As Knicks fans, we got to stop thinking about the front of a newspaper, the buzzword. We need, is Kevin Durant coming? How about we think about basketball stuff first?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How about who would you rather attack on defense, Jimmy Butler or Tyler Hero? Who would you rather attack, Jimmy Butler or Max Strus? Jimmy Butler or Duncan Robinson? You know what I'm saying? These are the type of basketball things we got to think about, right? Because we think at a million miles per hour, but we think about a lot of different stuff, right? What we need to think about is basketball, bro. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. Just flashing. Like I'm the king of the microphone, like Dr. J and Moses Malone. Shout out to Curtis Blow. Shout out to Curtis Blow. Coach Goldblocks is in the building.
What's up? What's up?
Salute, brother.
Yo, and so now, listen. I know we going to talk basketball now, bro. I know we going to talk some on the court stuff now, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's talk hoops.
Yeah, man.
The beautiful game.
Yeah, man. Hey, so did you get a chance to hear what I was saying, or do I sound like a wacko? Do I sound like a wacko Knicks fanatic?
Not at
No,
all.
I'm
Do I
glad you,
sound like?
I'm glad you brought up what you brought up about Brunson.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think it's simple, bro. Like, I don't think this dude is the okay. So this dude is not gonna complete a Rubik's Cube in 6 seconds or less, right? Well, he ain't gonna do that, right? But what Jalen Brunson will do is bring balance to your offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You put another playmaking guard on the floor with him, like a Luka, but nobody has a Luka. There's only one Luka, right? But if you bounce the floor with another primary ball handler playmaker, right? Now your offense looks unstoppable, right? We don't have a Luka on our team, and I ain't even trying to go there. Nobody has another Luka, right?
Yeah.
But if you put another primary ball handler type on the floor, like Emmanuel Quickly, right? You got Jimmy Butler on your side. Either you can attack Jimmy or rotate to the other side and attack Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, or Max Strus, right? And in my mind, it's easy. In my mind, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Or say, for example, the Brooklyn Nets, right? Do I attack Kevin Durant or do I attack Kyrie Irving? In my mind, it's easy. You know, you start off whatever side KD is on. I take my chances with him being a weak side shot blocker versus me attacking him straight up. You feel me?
Yeah, this is why I think we talked about this last week when I jumped on. I was like, that's why I was momentarily hyped for 72 hours about DeJounte Murray, because I was like, that's the other primary ball handler we need. Because I agree with you. I was like, if Brunson gets the other guy to handle the ball with him, then we're gonna get the best version of Jalen Brunson. Which is that guy, like everything you're saying, I'm agreeing with. He's just like scoring guard. He's a beast on the pick and roll as a scorer. He's not gonna be like the passer we think he is. Not that he's a bad passer, but I wish there was one more move we did for another ball handler, because you can't do D Rose, Brunson backcourt, you know.
Nope.
I guess
you can't even do it with Fournier.
No way, because he's just gonna stand in the corner.
Right.
Do you do IQ Brunson?
That's what.
I think that's the best. I think that's the best option. And the thing is, I think, and I just want to stop you right there. I think Quickly is a C- level playmaker, and maybe a B+ defender, right? Okay. But when you look at everybody else's grades, right? Grimes is a D- playmaker and maybe an A- defender, right? And Fournier is probably a B playmaker, but definitely an F defender, right?
Yep.
Right.
But,
and then, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but you said Emmanuel Quickly is a -C on playmaking, but the last 10 games has you thinking at the same time. You know, like I can't put all my marbles in that theory, just because, man. As much I hate saying this, but how different would we have looked if we kept Alfred Payton and only but listen to this, only move from him when we would solidify with somebody that is official, like an official point guard, not bypass his prime, because it wouldn't even hurt. As much as people wanted him out, and people wasn't too thrilled of having Bullock, look what happened. Look what happened.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that you think Quickly is a better playmaker than a C-?
No, he's better. He's better than a C-.
Because if you're saying that just validates the argument that Quickly should be the starter.
Well, I want to add to that, because I like the idea of Quickly starting at the 2, but what I fear is that this idea of Derrick Rose off the bench, even playing off the bench minutes at the rate that he would need to, right? I don't want to hang my hat on Derrick Rose, even being the off the bench point guard, he's the guy that I would have at the that Taj Gibson, vet guard.
The third, you want him to be the third point guard?
And the reason that I say I want him to be a third point guard is I want to put him in positions where you're down 6, you got 3 minutes left, and you put Derrick Rose in because he's not a guy that has to warm up and get going.
But who's the second point guard though?
And Emmanuel Quickly is my off the bench point guard. And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't look at Derrick Rose being the guy that you can hold off the bench consistently, right? Like throughout the whole season. Derrick Rose, we know for a fact, is going to get injured again. Like I can't see a whole nother season with him not getting injured again. Same injury over and over again. So I would much rather have him in a position where we're down by 6 against the Lakers, and you put in this savvy vet that's been around town for years. What do you do? I don't. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question because now I'm thinking like maybe I'm delusional or I was seeing things, but with which rotation did Derrick Rose play the most? With the starters or with the bench?
He played with the starters most before he got injured. He was starting. Right.
I felt like he played more with the bench because the bench. Remember, it been a while that Derrick Rose has something going on with the bench.
No. This was last season. Remember?
No. I'm not talking about last season. I'm talking about the season that we was productive that we had.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, we had EP. Yeah, so
he definitely did.
So I'm looking at IQ. Just real quickly, Evergreen. I'm sorry for that, but I'm looking at IQ that if it's not broken, do not try to fix it. Cause IQ, OB, I love that lineup, and especially if you give me that 3-point shooter or Sims for that rotation as a bench, I'm telling you, we gonna be golden because we talking about fast-paced players.
But that's the thing, though. You said if it's not broken, don't fix it. The thing is, it did break. It was Derrick Rose that broke, right? So we know that if we put that same exact tools together, it's going to break again. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't want I'm willing to keep Derrick Rose at his $14 million.
Yeah.
Being that secondary coach.
Yeah.
For the guards. I'm willing to do that because I fear that you're gonna put like in the times where you need Derrick Rose the most, where he's gonna be this guy that can be a catalyst for bringing back leads and galvanizing the team and bringing them together with leadership. I feel that Derrick Rose is that guy that everyone, no matter what's going on, even on the bench, will listen to. And I'm sorry, but I don't want him playing off the bench minutes, 20.
I would rather just go get another guy, Evergreen. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I would rather go get Dennis Schroeder or DJ Augustine.
Freezy, you know what actually happened with Derrick Rose? That what they actually saw with Derrick Rose and substituting him instead of with the bench because it wasn't working out well with the starters. They started playing around and trying to mix things up. Oh, let's put him with the starters. It wasn't working out. They had that eureka moment thinking like, something? It didn't work out because Derrick Rose did not play enough time with the starters. So we started seeing Derrick Rose playing with the starters. It still did not look like the Derrick Rose that we got the season prior. And I'm telling you, it's like, why do they do that to themselves? If we normally was getting all our points from the bench, leave it alone. For some reason, we all know that we are missing a point guard because now we don't have EP and now we need to rely on Kemba. But just because Kemba is not working, that doesn't make it right to put Derrick Rose that it wasn't even working in the postseason and you trying to force it.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'm getting at, man, is this: if you put Quickly in the lineup, Emmanuel Quickly is playing off the ball, right? Brunson is the point guard. Emmanuel Quickly is playing off the ball. Is he 6'3" Quickly? I don't think so, but I don't care. Right? Because I trust Quickly's 6'3" defense against Bradley Beal's 6'4" offense. Right?
Yeah.
I trust Emmanuel Quickly's 6'3" defense against Zach LaVine's 6'5" offense. Right? I trust Quickly's 6'3" defense against Jaden Ivey's 6'4" offense. Right? Against the Chris Duarte's and Tyrese Halliburton's, against the Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony's, against the Tyler Heroes, against the Trey Youngs, right? Dude, we don't dare. Teams don't have 6'6" point guards no more. You don't see them like you used to see them, right? Dudes 6'6" now are playing power forward in the NBA now. You know what I'm saying? Small ball this, small ball that. You know what I'm saying? He's a small ball this. He's a small ball that. What I'm saying to you is when you insert Quickly into the starting lineup at the 2 and have him still have playmaking responsibilities, you simplify the game for Emmanuel Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to do all these complicated pick and roll reads and blah, 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 because Jalen Brunson does it, right? You have him out there with is Brunson, IQ, RJ, Randle, and Mitch. You have 4 dudes that can dribble, pass, and shoot. Unlike in previous years where you had 2 dudes that could dribble, pass, and shoot, 2 dudes that were spot up shooters, and 1 dude with no clue on offense.
I have a question for you, Freezy.
What's that, bro?
So instead of Quickly, what is your thought if we insert, instead of Quickly, Deuce McBride?
Again, okay.
Because I feel like defensively, like I just feel like just going based on the eye.
Has he given you the impression he can dribble, pass, and shoot?
He gives me the impression he could actually steal ball, even more balls and pause, and he could actually defend.
I'm gonna pull up his season stats so you can see how bad this guy really is. Right, and listen, I'm not knocking Miles McBride, right? I'm not knocking Miles McBride because y'all know I love Miles McBride, man. Dude, I love Miles McBride, right? But when you look at his numbers, you can be like, oh yeah, no, he ain't worth it. Not yet. He ain't ready. Right? I'm gonna put his numbers on the screen so y'all can see. And when y'all see these numbers, y'all can be like, oh my God, what were we thinking? Let me see. I'm gonna pull up ESPN, the ESPN version of it, so I won't have all those commercials and all that stuff in it. When you see his numbers, you can be like, oh my God, I didn't know he was this terrible. Right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pull up his numbers so you can see it. Right? All right. Let me do this. Share.
G League superstar.
But on the NBA level.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, he's not ready. He's not
ready, bro. Look at these numbers, nice. Look at these numbers. The dude, Miles McBride, shot 29% from the floor.
Yeah, but
he shot 25% from 3. And he only shot 67% from the free throw line.
Yeah, but I'm not looking for him to be a shooter. I'm looking for him to run with the starters as a defense. You remember that I already mentioned this a couple times, that I want my starters to be legit, let's say, defensive. The only liability I want to hear from my starters is Brunson. That's it. I don't want to hear no type of liability with the defense, and I just want to make sure that whoever plugs in with those starters could actually play defense, so that Quickly could continue doing his thing in the bench rotation, and pretty much everybody in the bench could actually shoot. They not focusing too much on defense, but they just want to catch and shoot.
Right, and so the thing is we're saying right that Miles McBride didn't get a chance to play, right? Did you know Miles McBride played in 40 games?
9.3
Miles McBride started 2 games this season, and he almost played 10 minutes a game.
Come on, Freezy.
Yeah, so it's not like the dude didn't play. The dude played. Now, did he play as much as we wanted him to? That's the question. Did he play as much as we wanted him to? No. No, but let's not act like it's a Travis. Oh my God, the dude didn't even have a jersey. Nah, man, he played in 40 games, bro. Come on.
Yeah, and I think when people throw the narrative of play the kids, that's really code word for how come Jericho Sims and and Miles McBride weren't getting big minutes.
Right.
That's what that really translates to. Because the kids, that's the way we see it, with people being 24 years old and under, right. they definitely got the opportunity to play, but it just wasn't. It's when we're looking at it on a key minutes type of deal.
Even Farron Hunt played. Farron Hunt played, bro.
Yeah, so
Farron Hunt got minutes last season, bro. What I'm saying to y'all is this. When I mention when I put this stuff up, I'm not putting it up because of to be right and saying I get panelists are wrong. Nah, it ain't that. It's about perspective, right? Because in the grand scheme of things, I play the kids. RJ Barrett played a ton of minutes, and RJ Barrett is a kid. Mitchell Robinson played a ton of minutes. There was games Mitchell Robinson was looking at Tibbs like, take me out, and Tibbs turned his shoulder, like walked the other way, like, you better get your big behind down the court. You know he's short. You better play.
You know what type of vibe that dude gives me is that Marcus Smart vibes player. Like this dude, he could actually defend and remember, there's certain players that sometimes they need time. 9.3 minutes per game is not going to do it. Like when you want young players to actually get the memo, you got to take the OKC route. Like, yeah, they making a lot of mistakes, but they eventually going to get it, and it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time for them to actually pick up on it. But I'm not relying on Deuce McBride on shooting wise. I'm talking about just defense, pure defense. That's it.
But the thing is though, nice, if you go pure defense, why put in McBride when you could just start Grimes?
Because just like
yeah, he's got a point, dude. Like, we already know what Grimes is defensively. He can guard 1 through 3 legitimately.
But every single time I see like Julius Randle playing with Deuce, like I want to set pretty much all the players that we have in our roster appropriately. And every single time I see dudes playing with Julius Randle, it seems like something good is happening there. Like both of them is comfortable. Like McBride is giving me like that Obi type of look. Like every single time he's shooting, can I actually shoot? Like, man, Julius Randle's on the floor. I don't know if he wants me to shoot, but with dudes, it's like he's not there for that. He's only there just to defend.
Hey, so Nick Yak said quickly starting, but you can't put up his numbers. I said, what's Nick Yak talking about? And you wanted me to put Emmanuel Quickly numbers on the screen? Was that what it was? Because I didn't see anybody say anything about Quickly numbers. I could put Quickly numbers up here. That ain't a big deal. Let me. Okay. I put Quickly numbers up.
How many triple-double did Quickly had? Was it 1 or 2?
1 maybe? Did he have any? He had one like at the end, right?
I think he might have had 2. But that's just me saying, or it might be just 1. But I know that he had
2.
1 triple.
That was at the end.
Yeah.
I don't count those end stats. He got one like the last game of the season.
How you can't count that?
You can't count that.
You a stat guy? Come on, man. It's stats.
Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why. If you're a stat guy, you can't count the last 10 games of a team that's out. Because you could look at, there's like countless examples of guys on any team in the last 10, 15 games on like bum teams that are out of the playoffs that just put up ridiculous numbers. It doesn't mean anything, Or you could look at them. If you look at how that person got the stats, but the stats usually aren't indicative of that player. It's like like the Obi Toppin 40-point game or whatever, it was like he shot 14 threes or 15 threes or something like that.
Yeah.
He's never going to take 15 threes in a regular season game that matters. You know what I mean? Like you got to look at stuff like that.
You could say that, but at the same time, like that whole like roster looked like everybody wanted to play with each other, you know, like chemistry was there.
Yeah, no, that stuff is important to look at, but like
and
the
if
numbers
it was,
that come out of it don't really mean nothing.
But I would have agreed with you if it's something where chemistry is not working, and for some reason somebody, for any type of reason, just felt comfortable shooting that night, you know. But it seems like that game, man, it seems like everything was going for us.
Yeah.
The chemistry was there.
Toronto was also, remember, Toronto's last game was against Toronto. They were also in the playoffs. So they were
in the playoffs.
They were in the playoffs. So I don't even remember what their lineup was. No one played. So it's like you gotta.
But didn't they came back and was like 5 points?
Maybe, but it was not their 9-10 playoff rotation guys playing.
No,
it was not the most important game on their mind at the time.
Wait. Raptors, they was going up for numbers. If they beat the Knicks, they would have jumped up.
Yeah,
even further on.
Did play. They
so
did,
it
they
yeah
did play
like
that team.
yeah.
Look at the starting lineup.
Sandbag.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was given. Like
They were,
like that roster. I'm telling you right now, the way everything looked fluently, it wasn't like hey, you going if you end up beating us, it's because we gave it because we didn't have Julius Randle and RJ in the team. No, like you needed to come out to play because Obi wasn't playing. If you hear what Emmanuel quickly said on the how do you call it, saying on the press, and he started mentioning Obi, once he knew the roster, he said, oh yeah, I'm going to do some damage or like I'm going off tonight. And then Emmanuel quickly said the same thing. Yeah, I'm telling you.
No, I'm looking now. Hold on, I'm looking now because Anunoby played 20 minutes. Scotty Barnes played 20 minutes.
Yep.
Precious played 20 minutes. Boucher played 30 minutes. And then the rest was like Yuta Watanabe.
Watanabe. He a free agent.
Cam Birch. Armani Brooks played 20 minutes. Like no one in this chat could tell me who Armani Brooks is.
Nah, man.
And so
did he make suits, right? Brooks Brothers?
Yeah.
or no, Armani suits. Armani suits.
And then
Armani Brooks
and
Brothers.
then on our side, Quickly played the whole game. Obi played the whole game. Jericho Sims played the whole game, and Alec Burks played the whole entire game.
Why did Alec Burks play the whole game?
You can't look at these numbers.
Yeah, but we talking about bench players played the whole game. Like this,
I told you what the other side was playing.
Yeah, but
they shut their guys down at the half.
I understand.
Scotty Barnes took 5 shots.
Yeah, I understand. but what I'm saying is that we talking about.
No, I'm gonna ask you this because Scotty Barnes usually guards the point guard. He took 5 shots and sat down. If this were a regular season game in the middle of the season, Scotty Barnes is not letting Emmanuel quickly get 10 rebounds on him.
No.
You see what I'm trying to say? Like you can't say, "Oh, he got 10 rebounds."
Yeah, you can. Like I agree with you, but at the same time, we talking about bench player beating.
Plus, RJ and Randle didn't play.
Yeah, they didn't play.
They were street clothes. Yeah. So, but I'm saying the Raptors had nothing to play for.
Right.
They was playing for at least better position, so they wanted to play. So look at it this way. They had like a double-edged sword either way they go, because if they go all in full throttle, their main cat playing for the, let's say, as a starter, they might get injured, and instead of them playing for better numbers, now they definitely out, because now one of their main cats they not playing because they got injured on a game that didn't matter that much, you know. So they had a double-edged sword. It was just like Freezy said, pick your poison. Which one do you want? Better position or running the risk of actually having a main cat getting injured?
Right.
But
those bench players from Toronto was getting in the game and just like sandbagging it. Like those dudes was really.
But the starter sandbag is what.
But
me and
the point
starters didn't sandbag. No, it's not the starter sandbag. It's that they got subbed out.
That game won. That game went on and off. Like
Yeah,
we won like we was going off like 10
I
points
can't
ahead.
believe what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying with what I'm saying. Like they went off like 10
Y'all
points.
homers,
No,
bro. Y'all
they
are
had
homers.
Yeah, this is
they
Wilson
had
Homer, bro.
they had 20 points lead. Then all of a sudden they turned around and they was down like 305, and all of a sudden they went off again. Like, come on, man. Now if it was like 20-point lead and we maintained that 20-point lead until we finish it.
Wait, hold
I'll
on,
give it
no.
to-
See,
Uh-huh.
no, this I found it.
Uh-huh.
The Raptors clinched before.
What number?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
What
final
number?
game was April 10th. They clinched their seat at April 7th.
Yeah.
All
What are we
right,
talking?
but
Because they literally
weren't-
were playing for nothing. There's
Was they
there's
put-
no seating. I'm telling you, there's no seating, bro.
Oh.
They clinched it against Philly.
let me see this.
I'm looking at. I'm
Uh-huh.
looking.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm reading
Hey, nice. Listen.
Uh-huh.
Listen.
Uh-huh.
I'm all for padding stats, bro.
Uh-huh.
Hey, with me, hey, listen. I'm like padding stats, bro.
I'm like Wilt Chamberlain, bro. Wilt Chamberlain, if you could score 100 points in the game, do it. You know what I'm saying? But to say that Toronto was coming out in playoff mode against the Knicks in the last game of the season when nobody had
Nobody's saying that.
They clinched the 7th though, but you were saying they were playing for seeding. They're not. They clinched on the 7th. The last game was the 10th.
Yeah, no, these dudes weren't playing for that, bro.
They were thinking about their first round playoffs. They were thinking about hotels.
That was the joke before the game even started.
Right.
Like how much is the Knicks gonna win by today? Because the joke was like backfiring. Like who cares less, the Knicks or the Raptors, right? The Knicks should have cared less, so they'll have another loss on their. But anyway, what I'm getting at is Quickly is the best option at the 2 this year because of Jalen Brunson being in the building, right? And I know people are gonna say, well, Quickly shot less than 40% from the floor. Yes. So did most Knicks in the backcourt. I told y'all that. I told y'all this season past was the worst backcourt I had ever seen.
Yeah.
As from a Knicks fan's perspective. You have never seen a backcourt where everybody on the floor except for Derrick Rose shot 40% or below from the floor.
So my thing is.
Sorry, last thing about this real quick about the end of season thing.
Yeah, which
Kyrie,
day was that?
Hold on real quick, because I'm thinking of the Kyrie Irving game last year against the Magic. It was like the end of the season. He dropped 60, and it was all over the news, and they're like, is Kyrie back? But the Nets had already clinched their playoff berth, and the Magic were out of it already. So it's like you can't really, you can't really read into it because it's like,
no, I see your point.
He dropped 60 on the Magic who were out, and the Nets are in. Who cares? So it's that kind of idea with like, you got to take those like end of season last 10, 15 games, kind of grain of salt. Anyways. No, go ahead, because I think Freezy asked you something, but I don't remember what it was.
No, I only said that I see your point. But regardless, I still want to see that type of players at least play at least more than 20 minutes. Because, I don't know, I just hate forcing it. If I don't see something happening special with my starters, why the hell not? Why we can't play the bench for that amount of minutes? Because if it is not working with our starter, why not?
Wait, Evergreen, are you? I think you got to mute because there's a lot of thing coming from
feedback.
Sorry, I'm on a turnpike, and I just made it to like around Newark. The road up this side of town sucks. So
Shout out to Jersey City.
Jersey
City's in the building.
I literally just passed 280, so the road up in this area kind of sucks, and you hit bumps, and I'm in a Sprinter van, so I apologize. I'm mute.
Okay, bro. We'll be here though. We'll be here. Yeah, hey, but nice, bro. You sound like such a homer, man.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You sound like Marge Simpson's husband.
How?
Those minutes, bro. Those games, bro. You can't look at those games, bro.
Yeah, but I'll say this. I want to protect him real quick because I don't want y'all to jump.
No, we know. No. Nice is my man.
Yeah.
Nice
We cool.
homie, bro.
So here's what I mean by what I liked from Quickly and Obi. It showed chemistry.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less. Right? And it also showed that if you get Obi Toppin in early and he sees a few knockdown, like not even necessarily 3-point shots, but a few long jumpers knocked down, his confidence goes through the roof. He even said it himself at the end of the game. Like, once I realized that, like, you know,
I don't need to be looking over my shoulder.
And I'm not looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Y'all are such homos right now.
So with that being said, I understand the narrative of like teams in you know, the last 15 games, teams not really playing their season, their guys like that. Like, I'm so cool with that narrative. But that's the precise reason why I still want Emmanuel Quickly and Obi Toppin to be on the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
Because of that, right? Not to say that they're going to be super efficient together, but because we know that those dudes have chemistry. On the floor, which is why I'm willing to play Derrick Rose off the bench. You know, I know when you're talking about, you know, you if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Exactly. I'm willing to play Derrick Rose.
No, he said that. I didn't. I said it's broken and we need to fix it.
Yeah, but Evergreen. Let me piggyback on what you just said and just add a couple more things. So all the way up to almost the last games of the season, nothing was working. No type of chemistry whatsoever for the starting lineup. We ain't winning nothing. We ain't even going to make it to the play-in, and we being butthurt of playing the bench more minutes, more productive minutes. And we saw what we saw with the bench. They had chemistry, something that the starters did not clearly had.
Right, but nice. Listen,
yeah,
this is what I'm telling you. Like, okay, so you just picked out two separate things, and you didn't connect it for us. This is what I have been saying. No. Hear me out. You remember we talked about Miles McBride not getting minutes?
Yeah,
we talked about Miles McBride not getting minutes, and I put his stuff on the screen.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Like he getting minutes, right? Deuce McBride getting minutes.
Yeah.
But Coach Colorblocks just said in the last game of the season, in a meaningless game, Alec Burks played the whole game. Right? Why wasn't that Miles McBride?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm just
in the building was good.
Beast Move was good. Let me just say this real quick.
Good. What's up, fellas? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this real quick, Beast Move. But the only thing that I'm saying is that I'd rather not touch that squad. Like whenever people is trying to either pay either IQ or OB and trying to put them with the starters, I keep on thinking of D Rose. They taking D Rose, screwing up the bench, and we still don't get no type of chemistry with having D Rose with either the starters, and now you destroyed the bench. Go ahead, Be Smooth. Sorry for that.
Be Smooth in the building.
Good, y'all. It's all good. What's up,
What's good? What's good, family? What's good with
Everything
you?
is great. Everything is great, brother.
All right.
You know, like I said, I'll be tuning in the background, and like I said, I'll be listening to y'all points. And I told you, you know me, I was going hard body for Jalen Brunson because everything y'all talking about, it's like people don't seem to understand that we never had a point guard of this dude's caliber, bro, at all. Like, and I guess since Walt Frazier, because who you want to say, Stephon Marbury? That's like that. He was like the best point guard as far as a star is concerned that we had. And you remember how he used to play. And you know, I watched a documentary on him. He said he had some beef with management and Larry Brown or whoever.
Yeah, Larry Brown was a jerk. Larry Brown was a jerk,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So he didn't really get the flourish, but at the same time, he still never had that court vision either. You know what I'm saying? That real point guard court vision. He was a scorer first type dude. But my point of what I want to say, back to what I was saying before yesterday, Freezy, on Jalen Brunson, that he's going to change the whole culture of the team because of the way he plays. Not only is this dude a smart dude, you know, as far as playing the game of basketball, but just the fact that he's a leader. Dude went to Villanova. He won 2 chips in Villanova in 3 years. He finished Villanova, graduated in 3 years. He had a 3-year plan, got up out of there, won 2 chips, got into the NBA, been doubted all his life, and his coach from Villanova was like, yo, that dude's a killer. Like you can have him lead the team and be the number one option, or he can just get everybody else involved, or he can do a little bit of both. Whatever you need him to do, he's going to do. So as I said, we never had a point guard of this dude caliber. And I'm just really talking about not only his leadership, but the smarts of this guy, the way he plays the game of basketball, period, as far as looking. Now, if you look at any season that we had, I would say like the best point guard that we had in, I don't know, last 20 years probably was Raymond Felton. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know what I mean? Like, really, because we had a little bit of the dude, Jeremy Lin. He was like a little one-hit wonder.
Flash in the pan,
Right, he was a one-hit wonder, but he played good. Yeah, Jeremy Lin was doing his thing for that little short when it was Lin Sanity. Right, he did his thing. So I'm telling you, Jalen Brunson is about to bring all of that back to the game, but even more because the dude is just smart, man. He's a smart point guard, whereas, like I said, he get in the paint, make his little moves, he come out, he kick it out, whatever he do. But all the cats that wasn't getting a sign or was getting caught up in bad shot selections and all of that, all that's going to change. Because I tell you, he's not going to put you in a position to fail. He's going to see you cutting. He's going to see you in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to get a shot. And like I said, we didn't have nobody to do that. I love Emmanuel quickly. I don't know how many times I've seen this dude shoot the wild shot, quick. You know what I'm saying? He putting it up. But I don't know how many times somebody been open and he'll put the wild shots up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all of them have done it at one point because they didn't have somebody there to show them what to do, where to be at, how to do it. And then besides all of those things on the court, off the court, in practice, after games or whatever. Yeah, he gonna be teaching, man. He's a young dude, but that dude got so much knowledge because of the people he learned from. Like I remember I was saying yesterday, Freeze, I was like, if you got a son and you made some mistakes in your career, but you learned and now you pass it on to your son, he's gonna implement that stuff into his game, right? Okay, so again, Rick Brunson said that same exact thing. Whatever I didn't do, I told him he implementing. And like I said, he put him with Jason Kidd. Like, Jason, come on. You all know how Jason Kidd's court vision was, man. That dude court vision was crazy. And like I said, go back to those Nets teams. That 2000, 2001 Nets team with him, Vince Carter, Terry. Yo, we got that type of team. And that dude is that type of point guard, yo. We're going to be balling this year, bro. So let me just end on that note for right now until the next next topic come up. But I had to put that up in there because I just got
you going to be here for a minute, right? I know you ain't jumping in just to jump out.
No. I just want to have bro. I ain't going nowhere yet.
Real quick. Hold on.
Thank you.
I love all the comparisons, bro. But don't ever say anything about the Nets while I'm up here. We don't do that.
Who that? Evergreen?
We know who it is.
Yeah, right, G.
You know that's Uncle G. You know his PTSD acting up.
His radar, goes on.
Bro, you gotta follow about the New Jersey Nets. Like they might as well go.
Bro, how you gonna talk about them and you in New Jersey?
I'm right here at the George Washington Bridge, bro.
You trying to get out of there, huh?
Got it as fast as he could.
You barely made it.
Hey, B Smooth, what you say? You say you from Jersey City?
No. I heard Evergreen say he's from Jersey City.
Nah. No, you ain't never heard that. I'm from Soundview.
You from where?
Never heard that. I'm from Soundview.
Soundview's out.
Oh, where are you in the Bronx? That's where I'm at. I'm not in the Soundview. I'm over here by Kingsbridge, though. Actually.
Oh, okay. You're on that side. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm about to cross the bridge, but we gotta be real careful.
So shout out to Soundview. That's what it's. Shout out to Soundview. Yeah, and shout out to Bronx River. You know what I'm saying? That's right. My people from over there. But I'm from Jersey City. My grandfather and them lived. Yeah. My grandfather and them is in used to live in Bronx River area, man. I used to spend my summer.
But you down south now though, Freezy, right? Yes, I heard you and Ron and Jay Bug talking about meeting up and going to barbecue and all that.
Yeah, man. Hey, and what we do down here is we hit the circuit, bro. We hit the circuit. Like if the Knicks is in Charlotte, we going. If the Knicks is in Atlanta, we going. If they in Orlando, we going. If they in Miami,
what part
we going.
Where you at exactly?
I'm in the Florence area. I'm in the
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, that's South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cause I got my folk down there. They keep telling me to come and shoot through, and I'm like, I don't know, cause I stayed down there like 1 year, like years ago. I was on Fort Jackson with my brother. Okay. And so I was hitting all the college campuses, Orangeburg and what's we call it, Allen University and all them joints.
Yeah, that's a little bit different, bro. That's a little bit, and then plus we down here because of the cost of living, bro. When a cat a cat told me I had to spend $14 a month just to park my car, and I still gotta walk 8 blocks. You crazy? You crazy as hell?
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta park my car. They're gonna charge me $1,400 to park my car, and then I gotta walk 8 blocks to my job.
Welcome to New York.
Are you crazy?
Right.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, Freezy. As soon that I came over here for cars in Colorado,
right.
Man, I forgot about everything. I love New York. If there's one thing I love from New York is the food, and I will never forget about it. Right. But the lifestyle, man, is different. You get much more for your buck. It goes a long way more than New York.
I was in Denver earlier this year over the wintertime, like right before Denver got that last big snow, or right after they got that last big snow. Right. And Denver, Colorado's a beautiful place, bro.
A beautiful place to look at.
Yeah. Beautiful, man.
Yeah. And the air is super clean, bro.
Oh man. Everything you smell is like they. You smell that? You could almost even taste it.
In Colorado, it's that crisp, huh?
Yeah, man. Because I went there. I was like, man, this smell like pine trees up here, or something. And it was like, no, man. You know what that is? You're not used to. You from New Jersey, so you're not used to fresh air.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah, right. Jersey is polluted crazy.
Yeah.
The smell that when you get on the bridge.
Even North Carolina got some of that sense. Man. A fresh nature. Winston-Salem, man. I used to live there. I love North Carolina. I have nothing but love for North Carolina, but Colorado, man, it's if you love North Carolina, you'll definitely love Colorado.
Right.
Yeah. New Jersey people go to Colorado and be like, it stinks of clean up here. Like,
right.
Yeah, let me ask a question though. Let me ask you a question on the back to the basketball trip right quick. Yeah, do y'all think the Knicks are making any more trades or picking up anybody or releasing or getting rid of anybody else? Or you think the team's gonna stay as is?
I would say I want Taj Gibson to go and get put on the coaching staff, and I think we need to go after somebody that's willing to punch someone in the mouth. And I think the team is complete. I think that's the one thing.
What you mean, like a center, like another third center?
Just the guy with
like
the
Patrick
edge.
Beverly.
No. Patrick Beverly is not punching anyone in the mouth.
He's gonna talk about it.
He's gonna talk about you, and he's gonna push. He's gonna push you in the back. He's not. We need a guy that's gonna legitimately,
Maurice, we had him.
I would love to get Markieff Morris. I think Markieff is crazier. I like him. I like Markieff. Markieff is crazier.
They're both nuts.
Like
the rocker.
Man, especially if you know that they came from Philly. Yeah, you know they crazy.
I'll say this though. Eru pointed this out for me. Those dudes are really all talk. Markieff Morris and Marcus Morris, they all talk because they got shut up real quick by this dude's brother, the Joker's brother. So like,
them dudes is Serbian though.
Yeah.
There's Philly tough and then there's Serbian tough. There's a different kind of level.
Yeah, so I said, I just need a guy like
taking out the bone cutters on you, boy.
Yeah, you give me like a PJ Tucker kind of guy, or somebody with
PJ Tucker. Yeah, he just signed with Philly, right?
Philly, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying specifically him, but just a guy like him. Like I like Jay Crowder. I think Jay Crowder is still available if I remember correctly.
He is still available.
I would.
You saying
the guy I think is perfect for us is Gorgie Dang.
He just got signed.
Remember him?
He just got signed.
Oh, God dog it.
Yeah, but wait, Crowder still hasn't got.
I believe so.
Signed?
Nah, he hasn't been signed yet.
What the bleep?
He's
I
gonna wait
think
for the last
it's
minute.
Phoenix. I think they're waiting to get
Yeah.
the Phoenix contract out the way, and then
Everything's
go
on
over the cap
pause.
to the
Everything's
veteran.
on pause until this KD situation gets figured out.
That's true
And-
too.
Everything's on
And
pause.
I actually have a really you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to say this.
Well,
it's
I
a joke.
will say, I
said
think
on Twitter.
Crowder's
got
going back to
backlash on it.
Phoenix though.
I could answer that question about the trading thing because I thought about this. I think D-Rose is out. I don't think he stays.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just I don't know. I got an inkling about it. But if he stays, it wouldn't surprise me. The one that's interesting is
Fournier.
Fournier will be
I want him
second.
going.
Yeah, Fournier will be
I
second.
want him going.
Third will
He's good for
be
nothing but shooting.
third will be if the season goes wrong. So it's a hypothetical.
Right.
If the season goes wrong, so let's say I don't want to even say a player's name, but let's say someone just goes. No, I don't like doing that. Let's say someone goes down for the year,
Right.
something like that.
A key contributor, right? A key contributor goes
Yeah,
down.
I think hypothetical. If the season goes to whatever, Randle's out, and I see a potential move to Charlotte for that Gordon Hayward contract.
Ah,
That's
I
the
don't
one
want
that.
Gordon.
That's
What
the
we
one
getting
that's
him for?
kind of.
Yeah.
And not because of him though.
Not because of him.
In fairness to Coach Collarblocks, the trade. No. The trade that's being floated out there is Cam Reddish and Julius Randle for Gordon Hayward and their unprotected next year first round pick.
And there's two reasons for it. One reason is the Gordon. Well, there's actually only one reason for it. Because of their Bridges situation, Charlotte has to spend that money.
That's what I wanted to ask about too.
But there's nobody left, so they have
There's
to spend
nobody
the
left.
money. So they're gonna have to take on a big contract. And I'm like, if there's one player who has a big contract that has been talked about leaving, is Randle.
Right, and with something to prove. Don't forget about the something to prove part.
I'm not
Yo,
saying
if
it's
I
gonna
can chime
happen.
in, does anyone
wouldn't
have any
shock me.
news on the Miles Bridges situation? Does anyone know if
That's
he's?
what I was about to ask.
They hadn't been.
I
they
know
hadn't
it's like a
started-
domestic violence or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
there's no news because the litigation hadn't started.
Yep.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no news.
So he
You gotta-
might be okay. He might still be in the league.
No, they not bringing him back.
No, bro.
Yeah, this
It's
ain't
over.
it.
Is
They
it
did
bad?
that.
I mean, y'all seen pictures or
Yeah,
something?
right.
It's bad.
Yeah.
There are pictures, but
Yo, you ain't heard the tape?
Had the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't heard. I gotta look that up. Is
When
it
she's
Watson?
screaming, bro, listen, it's Ray Rice type, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
Exactly. That's what I just said,
no.
Breezy.
I didn't know it was
Hey,
like that.
Hey, so real
Crazy,
quick,
man.
when I made that joke, I made a joke on Twitter. I don't think I got a lot of backlash at it. I don't think anybody's following me, but I was like, earlier I said I would like a guy that would, that has an edge to him, that's willing to, you know what I mean? So,
More timing,
so
yeah.
the first thought that I had was
Real big signing Greg Hardy.
Evergreen, they looking at you like, oh, this dude is an instigator.
We don't want to go down. We don't want to go down that road, man.
Yeah, so I'm not even
But-
going there. But anyway, but still, we need that guy. We need that guy that's like, that I'm like honestly, I think that right now, Elfrid Payton would be perfect on this team right.
Oh,
right
you never
now.
getting him back over here though.
Evergreen,
He's never signing back over there.
Evergreen, man, pull over and smoke a cigarette, bro.
He in Colorado, smoke a J or something, man.
Oh, shit.
Baby,
Yo,
never
go
coming
ahead
back.
and burn one, bro.
Hey,
No, I mean, but I'm just saying a guy that's willing to
You talking about
not throw down
a
and throw punches,
tough-minded
but yeah,
individual?
a guy that's willing to get in somebody's face and who can back it up and who can.
I got a name. I got a name.
Respects.
I got a name. Enos Freedom.
No,
Like the opposite of that.
He's all talk. He's all talk.
Y'all not down for the Enos Cantor
I
experiment?
got one. Charles
He
Oakley.
didn't even play.
Charles, since we naming former Knicks, bro, Charles Oakley.
Right.
We naming all the former
We
Knicks, bro.
Latrell Sprewell choked the
Yeah,
dude.
He changed his name though, you know. He changed his name, so he might be better.
With that being said, also notice that James Dolan was kicking it with Carmelo Anthony the other day.
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah,
see
dinner
that?
or something.
So
We signed him. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I hope we sign him, give him a farewell tour, man.
So
I mean, I don't want Carmelo on
I'm
here
very
just because
cool
we
with
got
that.
the kids,
If that is
man.
something that was to happen, I want that.
I mean, we
just
could
give him
sign
a
him and
farewell
retire
tour,
him.
man.
but,
Let him wave at every arena. You know what I'm saying? Like sign to his
But
jersey.
Be Smooth. What
Nah.
about
He
this?
was taking
Be Smooth?
time from people.
But
Especially
Smooth.
Obi.
But Be Smooth. What about if they only have Carmelo, not as a starter, not as too much of a bench, but just to be that role model for players.
I'm saying, because I think Melo got game left that he want to play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he ain't coming here to mess with nobody.
And especially
even he got his son to do that with.
And smooth.
Yeah.
And I think somebody said you was in beast mode. I like that. But look, but here's the thing, right? Knicks fans, this is what we do, right? Like, I had the show been on. The channel has been up. It'll be 2 years in October, right? You know what they've been telling me for these past 2 years? Why the Knicks always be signing a 32-year-old such and such on bad knees to these contracts? And then Carmelo name come up, and they like, yo, give Carmelo the bag.
I'm not saying give him the bag. Wait a minute, Freeze.
Yo,
I'm not saying give him the bag.
The bag, bro.
I'm saying let him have
a bag. Give him a 3-year deal.
Nah, yo.
It's not like it's a good story.
Go back to Denver and do that.
Hey, don't push it over here.
Kemba was a good story. You remember Kemba? We signed Kemba Walker, and they had the tribute in the garden.
Oh,
Kemba that press conference looking crazy now. That press conference look crazy now.
And he out there on the floor,
wild.
And he out there on the floor holding his mama hand, and they playing that white girl song.
He talking about can I play a back to back?
Coming home, all this stuff. Coming home. And you're like, come on, man.
It did not age well at all. If you watch that press conference right now, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, man.
Maybe that was them being stingy too.
It's a hard pass on Melo, bro.
I don't want to.
But you see what I'm saying, though, Freezy? It would be nice if he came back to New York to at least retire. I think that would be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Bye.
I'm a
big
Melo fan. Like that's my guy. But
if we won something already, or we had a position where it was like, yo, we could use a vet. Let's get Melo. We ain't got no spots,
I'm not even saying give him play time though. I guess maybe I'm saying like just like as a commemorative.
Nah, you talking about being sentimental?
Man, I love Melo, man. Y'all got all this Melo hating here. I love Melo.
We not
Melo. You don't need Melo now.
I don't.
He need us, bro. He needs us, bro.
Nah, man. He need to 38 years old, bro. You're a 38-year-old wing player.
So
go ahead and hang it up, bro.
So he played 1 year more with Denver, and I'm telling you right now, Denver, dude, like after he left to New York, I'm telling you, Denver hates Melo. They looking at Melo like, man, we hate him because we wanted to keep him. We wanted to give him.
And he forced his way out of there.
Exactly.
Remember, he forced his way out of Denver to come to New York.
No, they got a contend. Like they got a huge haul. It wasn't like we didn't steal them from them. Like they got everything.
Yeah, but just look at it this way. If you have a franchise, this is the same thing that is happening to Donovan Mitchell. Whatever is gonna end up happening to Donovan Mitchell, and he forces his way out, I'm telling you, Utah Jazz is gonna have nothing but hate to that player, because it's like you are looking at Donovan Mitchell of all the special thing he done for that organization, what could have been in the long run, but he wanted out. That's how they look at Melo.
I mean, I hear that. Yo, Freezy. You remember it probably about like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. We was talking about the Brooklyn Nets versus the New York Knicks, and I said I would rather be the New York Knicks, and the whole panel laughed at me, saying that they got all of these players as all-time greats on their roster. I'm crazy for saying that. Look at this garbage fire over there. I'm glad I'm a Knicks fan, yo. I hate the Nets. I'm so glad it's burning down over there, man.
Right, me too. But the thing about Melo is Melo got some stuff left in the tank. And you're not gonna see the very best of Obi Toppin and Cam Reddish if Carmelo is here getting 20 minutes a game.
Oh, all right. How about this then? How about would you sign him to a 5-day or a 10-day contract and let him retire here?
I ain't signing Melo to nothing.
Yeah, he ain't ready for that yet.
Oh my goodness, the hate for Melo is so real in this thread right now.
Nah, it's not hating, bro.
You don't even want to sign him to a 10-day and let him retire a Knick? Like, come on, dog.
Nah, man. I'm showing RJ and Cam Reddish and them love, bro. I'm like, this y'all team. This is a new generation of Knicks, right? And I'm sorry because you know what? When Melo was here, I would have did the same thing to Pat. If Pat wanted to come back and just be like, yo, I just want to ride the pine. No, thank you, man. It's Melo team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bugging, man.
Nah, bro. Nah,
even a 10-day, just letting them retire like a commemorative contract, not even real, just 10 days.
Nah, when he retire, we gonna retire his number. You know, 7 going up in the ceiling.
It better. That's all. You making it sound like it's not, Freezy.
It's not going. It's not going to no ceiling.
Hold on. Listen. We're not retiring Carmelo Anthony's jersey, but I would like him to retire as a Knick. Right?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly
what he retire as a Knick. You gotta
retire
his jersey,
No, he ain't retiring his jersey, bro.
He came and basically tried to save the franchise by himself with Amari Stoudemire bad knees.
He'd retire.
You gotta
he'll
give him
retire
props
as
for
a
that.
Nugget before he retires as a Knick.
That was the best basketball we've seen in my lifetime.
You don't retire a jersey.
Besides Ewing, you know.
Yo, that's the best team in my lifetime had Melo on it, man.
Yo, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I think Carmelo Anthony probably ain't gonna retire as a Sacramento King. But
you are smoking crack,
but his career,
smoking crack over there again.
But he is a all-time Knick, bro. What I'm saying is, listen, he gonna retire in a place that's gonna give him a contract.
Yeah.
He ain't loyal to the Knicks like that. He loyal to the bread like that.
Yeah.
You know
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? And so when
you never took a pay cut in the Knicks uniform, I'll tell you that.
Right. And then after it's all said and done, you know Dolan is like, Melo, listen. Melo as a man and Melo as a player are two different things. We had to do what we felt like was best for the team at that time, but we still loved you as a person, as a man. Yeah. If you want to come here and get a job, if you want to help Allen Houston run the Westchester Knicks, bam, that's nothing. I'll cut the check right now. Right? But you talk about you talking about coming here getting minutes. You talk about taking Cam Reddish minutes. Nah, bro, we can't help you. Those days is over.
Maybe I said it wrong. I didn't think we should give him minutes, but just like a little, I think a bunch of players have done it where they just sign like a 10-day contract just to retire. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope he does that for the Knicks.
He need 10 days to retire?
I don't know. That's the rule. I think the minimum is like 10 days or whatever.
What we gonna do? We gonna do a parade during those 10 days or something?
Yeah, that's cool.
We should. A little Puerto Rican Day parade for Melo. You know what I'm saying?
Just probably there.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, if he does retire as a Knicks, it's not going to happen next season. So that type of idea, we could just throw it out the window.
I don't think he's gonna get a contract though. Look around here, ain't nobody signing Melo. I think he might be done.
And you know what's crazy? Chris Bosh was like, "Yo, Chris Bosh had the blood clot thing. They wasn't clearing the plane, all that stuff." The Miami Heat, he was like, "Yo, all I want to do is retire as a Heat player." And the Heat was like, "You'll always be a Heat player in our heart, but we can't give you a contract, bro."
Wow.
Right.
I remember that.
That's
dirty.
Yeah.
That's to me is dirty, man. That's dirty.
Not dirty.
I took our liability insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Bottom line is I want Carmelo Anthony and Taj Gibson to still be involved with this organization. Taj Gibson for PR reasons, Carmelo Anthony for PR reasons. Nothing more and nothing less. You fall under the tutelage of
what's the purpose of Carmelo? Taj, I understand. That's Tibbs' man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But what is Melo there for? Seriously.
I'm not talking about specifically the New York Knicks. I'm talking about being involved with the Garden somehow.
You talking about the organization?
The organization as a whole. Madison Square Garden, a part of that organization.
Like John Starks, like Sprewell.
Yeah. I need to see those guys around here. I need to see Carmelo Anthony around here. Now, Taj Gibson, you've earned a coaching spot the day you got here. If you ask me, the day he got here, the day he signed, he came over here with that when we had 17 power forwards on the team. He should have been coach.
They were supposed to be all dogs, remember?
Right? You guys imagine if Carmelo Anthony retires not as a Sacramento Kings, but as a Supersonic once they open up their arena again.
Oh yeah. And so for the chat, listen.
nobody is disrespecting Carmelo Anthony's legacy as a Knick.
Yo, Freezy is wild disrespecting Melo legacy. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I don't want him. But I don't want him on the roster, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, as Knicks fans, we double talk like hell. Like legit. When Damian Lillard was available, Cats was like, man, I don't want a 31-year-old Damian Lillard around here.
Who said that? I never said that.
I'm telling you, this is what they told me, bro. This is what they used to tell me. Man, Damian Lillard, 31 years old. What we do with a 31-year-old point guard? And then Carmelo Anthony is a 38-year-old wing player.
Yeah, but we're not.
When you
but we're
say it
not
like
signing-
that, you make
we're
it
not-
sound
no.
silly.
See,
bro.
you see, it makes it sound silly because when Freezy brings that point up, it's not like we're signing Carmelo Anthony to $48 million a year. Like, cut it out, dude. Like, seriously,
Right.
you know better.
The point is ain't the bread. The point is minutes. Minutes.
Sure,
If,
but
we,
with
if
the
Carmelo
hybrid
Anthony ain't getting minutes, what is he here for?
to teach.
PR.
Hey, can
Retire
we
or kick,
Kemba.
bro.
Did we not just try that with Kemba?
can I ask you guys a quick question?
He could be an assistant to the general manager.
I'm cool with that too.
There
You know what I'm
is so
saying? If we
many
get him in a
different
position like
roles.
that or something, I'd be cool
There
with
were
that.
so many different roles you can give Carmelo Anthony aside from playing.
All right.
I mean,
See, I'm
come
not
on,
even
bro.
understanding this. I'm not even understanding
We
what's the
just tried
purpose.
this with Kemba, though. Yeah,
You know what
we
I'm saying? It's like y'all just want to give him a job. Yo, Melo
That's
needs to
weird,
win
yeah.
a
So
I would
I mean, he's a
good.
Knick, bro. He's a Knick.
And Melo, I think Melo's a little bit too prestigious to be taking little corny jobs, bro. Like for real.
And
Like,
prideful.
yeah, like come on, my dude. That dude, you know
He
what I'm saying?
walked out
Like he
like
was
that,
a
man.
legit superstar, bro. Like
Right.
we're not trying to
Come
be
on,
on
man.
nobody's coaching
That's
staff.
why I'm hoping he
You don't
retires,
see that.
man, because he's looking bad out here right now. He
He's
should just
looking bad.
retire. That's
Why?
what I'm saying. Come over here, sign a one-day
Why
contract
he
or
looking
whatever, and
bad?
retire as a
Look,
Knick.
who's left out of his draft class that's still in the league besides LeBron?
That's it, bro.
Dwight
And I
Howard.
know
Exactly.
And it's only them two.
Exactly.
that's what
You
I'm
know what
saying.
I'm saying?
He can
So
hang
why
it
you
up,
say he
bro.
looking bad? I mean, he feel he
He
can
can hang
still
it up,
play.
bro.
Come on, man. You know Melo could still play. You know
Yeah.
Melo could still. He'll give it to half of the league right now. You know what I'm saying? They just
Yeah,
moving in
but-
different directions right now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's
Like
timeline.
his
What about the
offensive game is
timeline?
what I would do if I was Melo was start some of those camps like Akeem and all of them he was doing. Remember he had that year with Julius Randle, and then Julius came back and he was an all-star. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's
Yeah,
somewhat
and
The
right.
big
so we
Melo
not- we
camp.
not dis-
I
and-
can
and for
respect it.
For Melo fans, bro, we not disrespecting Melo. We want Melo to go out the right way, right?
I do
Yeah.
too, man. I do
But at
too.
the
He
same
needs to
time,
do some of those
but
camps.
at the
That's what he
same
should
time,
do.
at the same time, though, at the same time,
Lessons.
and just think about this. Think about it this way: when Melo was say in Denver, right, doing his thing, right, a young Melo. Would you have wanted, say, a LaFonso Ellis to sign a contract and still be the man?
Right.
Where you get that
Right.
name from, though?
Right.
You pull that out
Andrew
there.
Nah, he used to
Antonio
be the
McDyke.
man in Denver. He used to be the man in Denver before Melo.
Get Antonio McDyke back.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that contract. Oh my God.
Him and
You know,
Mutombo
like
come back.
the thing is, what we need to do with these young fellows, man, is stop putting stumbling blocks in front of them. It's hard enough being great as it is. Why are we gonna put stumbling blocks in front of them?
That's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
that's what I say. If it wasn't for the youth, I'd be like, yeah, we can bring Melo back. We got a spot. We need a vet. You know what I'm saying? Like that year that we brought 30 power forwards up in here, that would have been a year
Man,
to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because none of them wasn't worth nothing.
Bro, I want to see Melo with Golden State. Get a chip.
Golden State.
Yeah, get.
Oh, you saying
get
just yeah? See,
get a
now
trip. Like get
who's
something.
this talking? This is coach. talking?
No, this is nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because check it. I'm saying like he's saying bring them back to the Knicks. You ain't winning nothing here.
We ain't
in that
winning
time.
nothing. Exactly.
So go somewhere. If you really about that chip, go get that chip somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Do what KD did. KD would never have a chip if he didn't go to Golden State. You see what he did? He came over here. He had Kyrie Irving and James Harden on his team. Come on, bro.
Hey.
How y'all don't win a chip? Y'all didn't even last a year.
Here's the irony. Here's the irony to it too. Last season that just passed, the one where we won 35 games, Melo had 2 offers on the table, one from the Lakers and one from guess who? And Melo chose the Lakers over us.
Right. Like I got more faith in LeBron than I do in y'all.
and now we begging him to come back, bro. He made his choice.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. I want to clarify my position here. I'm not sitting here saying that Melo would be a good addition to the team. I'm hoping he retires and signs up as a Knick just to retire as a Knick.
Yeah, but he's not going to retire next season, brother. He's not retiring next season.
It's looking bad out here for him. I don't see him getting a contract. It's looking real. He's down bad right now. It's like day 7 in
we love Melo, bro. We want to time.
But like you said, bro.
Hey, I got a quick question. I got a quick question for everybody, and just moving real quick on the Miles Bridges. So he came out and said that if Charlotte doesn't sign him, he's gonna pursue his rap career. Right. What's more aligned than a rapper than an NBA player? What do you guys think of his chances of being a rap star? Because most likely that's it. He's not gonna be affiliated with the NBA no more after this.
Well, you never know, man. Hopefully he pulled through this situation and learn from it.
He ain't pulling through, bro.
Become a better person.
Think about this. That's you, Evergreen?
Nah, this is nice. Go ahead.
No. Who was that was saying hopefully he pulled through that situation?
That's me. That's Morocco Joe.
Okay, listen. If you got daughters, moms, sister, obviously you got moms. You know what I'm saying? Think of that. That's somebody's mother he beat up, bro. That's his kid's mom.
Yeah, no, that's nice. I'm not out here supporting
somebody. Yeah, you can't even try to finagle that no kind of way. Like, yo, bro, you messed your whole life up there. And all the facts you was showing off, that's what you're living off for the rest of your life, man. Because you'll never play here again. You can't do it. Not in this climate. Yes, sir.
Yeah, think about it this way. You could get away with any type of allegedly certain things happen just because of pictures, but after that video about his kid coming out saying that's like that cherry on top. Like, yep, might as well just pack your bag right now, bro.
This is every day,
bro.
Yeah, the kid is like, yo, this is every day.
Yeah.
See, I didn't hear none of that. I don't know none of that. So with my position, I didn't know that.
Hey, y'all, real quick, Morocco Joe, this is why we saying let's not speak to that, bro.
That's a good point. That's why I just said hopefully learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
But you know something, Freezy? The only thing that bothers me, that you know how career is, that when certain things like that comes out in the open, it's sad, and it's not me trying to cover up nobody, because things like that, either you need help or something needs to change. But just because of that, this guy's career, most likely, I'm not going to say definitely, because you never know what's behind the scene, but most likely is over.
Yeah, it's over, and that's why we trying. That's how we trying to move. Man, listen, we trying to move on from the topic, because first of all, Miles Bridges is not a Knick.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Secondly, what he did was egregious. Right? And third, all the details are not out.
That's true too.
So to even speak into it puts us in like this weird, dangerous thing of somebody might slip and say something that shouldn't be said, bro. Right. Like the Melo thing, we can speak to the facts about Melo, but Miles Bridges, it looks like he did something terrible, and he gonna pay for it, and he not.
It does put the Knicks in an interesting position though with the Charlotte trade. If that's really an offer, I don't know if I want Gordon Hayward for real.
I don't want that.
They might have something else over there though that's useful.
No, that's why I brought it up originally, because I think it's only going to be a contract thing. Yeah. I think we got to move on for the topic, but
check this out though, real quick.
I just say move on for the topic.
I don't want. Hold on, because Cats be acting like Julius Randle is a bum or something. Yo, that dude got his stats even in this last year are still up there with like Jokic and LeBron and all of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like 4 or 5 of them that got those stats.
So, nobody want to speak about that.
If you think about that, his position, he plays power forward. He's an undersized power forward, right? He's 6'9". Yo, who's staying with who can guard Julius Randle?
Nobody. Except Giannis, maybe.
Yeah, but he gave Giannis the business a couple of times too.
Then it depends on the night, right?
Yeah, right. Because you see what he be doing to Sabonis.
It also depends on the Randle you get. If you get the jump shooting Randle,
I brought it up because
Not so
someone
much.
asked about trades. I was like, only if the season
Nah,
goes
I don't want.
south.
Nah,
is
I
that
don't.
gonna
I really
happen.
don't even really want to. I just want to, especially this year. I say like this: if this year now you got a point guard, bro, you ain't got to handle the ball. You ain't got to get into your little bag like you were doing. Sometimes we can play through you, but you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? We got to do
Absolutely.
that because right. So give him this year to play with a real point guard and see if he go back or gets better or at least give us those all-star numbers again, because that's what I believe. I think he's going to go back and slide in his position and play his game. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like I said, you're going to have a lot of energy because you ain't got to bring the ball up. You could just get in your spot. You could abuse dudes on the post, whatever it is that he's going to be doing. Take cats. Cats can't stay with him. That dude move light on. He play like a guard in the power forward's body.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's quick, he's nimble, he's agile. Julius is a good player, man. He just got to get out his own head.
He's a great athlete. He's just not a
leaper.
Man.
He got to get out his own head, man. He knows how to say you in your own way. He's one of those dudes that get in his own way. When he did that thumbs down thing, like, bro, what are you doing? You
I think the minutes got to him too. I mean, some players can handle 42 minutes. And some players can't handle 42 minutes. Tibbs definitely overplayed Julius Randle. Like you could see it later in game. He played him too many minutes. Like you could see the effort on defense just go out the window.
But one of the points that coaches was saying is not that you trade Randle because he's a bad player.
Right.
Bad fit,
you trade, but hold on, Joe. Hold on.
Not even that.
You trade Randle to Charlotte because Charlotte has to attach an unprotected first-round pick in next year's draft, which is the deepest draft since the Carmelo Anthony and LeBron draft.
Yeah, right, the 2003.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And with Charlotte being a mess, that pick might wind up being in the top 10. So
I think it would be good. It would be good to see.
Wait.
Hold on.
Let me finish. Right. So you take on Hayward's 2 years, $62 million, and that first round pick for Julius Randle and Cam Reddish, right? And what you offer Charlotte in return, you're like, listen, Julius Randle's base salary is $23 million. So off rip, as soon as we do the deal, y'all got cap space, right? And then Cam Reddish is a free agent. So as soon as he expires, you got more cap space, right? And then what New York gets is 1 year of Gordon Hayward, right? And then Gordon Hayward's $31 million is an expiring contract that's attractive in a trade because it offers a team $31 million in cap space if they trade for Gordon Hayward. So not only do you get the 2023 first round pick that might be a top 10 pick because Charlotte looks awful, right? When you trade Hayward, you get 2 or 3 more first round picks. So you could take Julius Randle and Cam Reddish and potentially turn that into 3 or 4 first round picks.
And 2023.
And you know Leon Rose loves first round picks. Right? Because Leon Rose is not the guy in he's not Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka don't care about no first round picks. They ain't got none right now. But Leon Rose is more like my man Sam Presti in Oklahoma City. Right. They love first round picks. And if you're a Knicks fan, and I told you, hey man, such and such was offering you 4 first round picks for Julius Randle, would you take it?
4 first round pick?
Yes, you'd be like, damn right, I'm taking that deal.
Who's giving 4 first round picks?
Nice. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You do the Gordon Hayward trade.
Yeah.
Charlotte's giving you 1 just to do the deal. When Gordon Hayward becomes an expiring contract, right? You say, hey, listen, we're listening to offers 2 or 3 first round picks for this expiring contract, and people that need the cap space will give you. They're gonna be lining up to give you the first round picks for Gordon Hayward's $30 million, bro.
So in other words, we are only a detour for his destination.
Right.
So also,
but you know what?
I got you.
That's the same thing that all teams do when they accumulate first round picks. New Orleans did it. Yeah. And look how many first round picks they got. OKC did it with Derek Favors.
Yeah.
Look how many first round picks they got.
That's smart. That's
You know
smart.
what I'm saying?
So,
So instead, because if I just came out and told you, hey man, would you take 4 first round picks for Julius Randle, 1 unprotected next year, and 3 down the road way off? You'd be like, damn right, I'm taking that deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no knock on Julius because it validates Julius Randle. Julius Randle can say, hey man, they traded me for 4 first round picks.
Yeah.
Right.
So, can I chime in?
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
The only thing I would say is like, I'm not sure who my man is that's to the bottom right, but he was mentioning Julius having maybe a better year next year. It's very possible that Julius Randle is worth more than what's in that trade. Like, if he really comes out next season and shows out, like, this is a bad thing to do. Like, why would we get rid of a part of the young core?
Man,
if he can turn it around, man, it could really go well. So, like, the only thing I would say is that's a trade that has to happen in the deadline. That's not a trade that happens right now. That can't be a trade we do this week. Like, in my opinion, we got to see what we got right now.
Nah, man, because if Charlotte is terrible, think about this: if they keep Gordon Hayward and they wind up being terrible, then what would their incentive be to trade a potentially top 5 pick in the deepest draft in 15 years? They're like,
I get it, but if we keep Julius Randle and we show out the beginning of next year, why would we want to mess that up? Like, let's build a winning culture. That's how you do it, by winning.
Yeah, but
because even though I love Randle, y'all OB me to death, bro.
You know,
even I love Randle, but the chat OB me. Morocco Joe, you've been here for it, bro.
I have. I know, man. I'm not saying like one way is right or one way is wrong, but this is a trade that should be done later. It can't be done right now because the pieces do accentuate Randle's game. If there's more offensive flow and movement without Randle having to initiate it, I think Randle is going to have a much better season. So, I get what you're saying, though, about Obi needing minutes, but that's on the coach, man. He's got to find a way to play Obi or Randle at the 5 and 4. I don't know how he's got to do it, but he's going to have to find a way to do it because Obi is demanding minutes right now, and it's because he's playing well. So, like, you got to put your best players on the court, man. Like, figure out how to put them out there. Don't just keep stuck on your scheme. You're going to have to figure out how to scheme it to make them players like play out there at the same time.
So what happens if the chemistry is there with Julius Randle, Obi Toppin actually does get minute, or Coach Thibodeau actually finds a way to situate minutes properly, and the chemistry is there and everything is looking lovely? Will you still trade Julius Randle?
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
So let me,
because if we get Freezy real quick, if we get a Julius Randle Freezy, a type of Julius Randle that we had 2 seasons ago, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard too,
bro. Yeah, but you don't have to sell. You don't have to sell me on Randle because I never wavered on Randle, bro.
Yeah,
I never. Yeah, I've been saying keep Randle, and cats have been killing me. But are y'all listen, chat? Are we saying that we're good on Julius Randle right now? Are we saying that we're forgiving Julius Randle for all the transgressions and just hope he's a better player?
No,
I think we gotta give him a shot.
I'm just saying now that he got a point guard that can set him up and he doesn't have to run it, because he was basically the point forward last year for the last 2 years, really. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have somebody that could, facilitate, and he doesn't have the facilitating skills like that. He could pass, but he wait too late to pass out of the double team, so he take difficult shots unnecessarily. So that's gonna take all of that away from him. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of all of that, I just know the dude got skills. Can't nobody guard that dude, yo. He's super quick. You know what I'm saying? For him to be 6'9", moving the way he moved, he spins. You know what I'm saying? Running, yo, dude is awesome, man. He's built crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a LeBron type body. So, like I said, I'm like, yo, B, we can't keep getting dudes that Tibbs, and then if we get these cats, we got to get rid of Tibbs. You're gonna have I want Kenny Atkinson, to be honest. That's what I really want as coach. You know what I'm saying? He's a good developer. He's stern. He gonna hold cats accountable, and he wins. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he ain't go to Charlotte. Like, you know what? I'm gonna stay. He just want to chip and go to state. I'm staying here. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I don't want to work for Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so let me ask this. So Nick says, now you know Rose dangling Randle. What station you see that? Disney? Who said that? Anybody? Hey, Nick, where you saw that at? that Leon Rose is dangling Randle.
I know Disney is ESPN. That might be what he's talking about.
I ain't seen it. I saw something on that joint Chat Sports. Y'all see Chat Sports? They got the Knicks channel.
Yeah, they out here trying to poach your viewers.
Yeah. So Chat Sports put something out there. I don't really trust them like that. Right,
Yeah,
but I saw that.
They not family, bro. They not family.
They hypotheticals.
Because I saw them put that trade offer out there, and they said they had a source that
you got to get the
that's where I saw it. Yeah, that's why I saw that. Right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not making no stuff up. I'm the only bro. Listen, all year I've been like, no, don't trade Randle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm the one that's been saying keep Randle, right? And so don't be down on Emmanuel quickly, right? And I've been saying stuff like that all season, man. I'm not one for just trade a guy just to make room for Obi. If Obi can't earn minutes, Obi just can't play. That's my
a
belief.
fact. That's how I always play it. If you can't win in practice, then you shouldn't play in the game. That's my opinion. If you go out there and you bust your matchup in practice, then it would be stupid for the coach not to play you. You gotta show it in practice. Like that's one thing I really stand firm on.
Oh yeah, but you got
a lot of those cats that's not getting quality minutes that's Tibbs' fault, man. That's Tibbs' coaching style. If you notice how he be playing the starter, they be playing like a whole quarter. You know what I'm saying? He'll take them out into the next quarter, especially RJ. He'll play RJ the whole quarter in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter, and then bring him back into like 2 minutes. Like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, come on, man. You gotta pull them give them 8 minutes every quarter. That's it. Get a bench 4 minutes every quarter.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's the theory you should go by. 6 minutes, let somebody else play, and then close the quarter with the last 2 minutes. And you get 8 minutes a quarter.
Exactly. Everybody fresh, everybody in a rhythm, everybody seeing some burn. And I would stay with my starters and then my bench because you got Derrick Rose. If you want to bring Quick off, Cam, Obi, Hartenstein, whoever you want to bring, and a set 5, bro. So because you seen how with last year when Derrick Rose was playing, or the year before actually when he first got traded and he was playing with that second unit. Yeah, they was playing like starters. It was the best second unit in the game. They were playing like they was beating starters. So why not stick with that remedy? Because you see it's a winning remedy. Now we got a point guard for the starting group, right? With Jalen Brunson, and you get Derrick Rose with that backup group. Or if he can't run, he be having the bad knees and the ankle rashes and all that. Put Quickly can run the second unit too now. Yeah, you see Quick put up some triple doubles. He can run a second unit too if you have to. But stick with a unit, bro. Like stop interchanging everybody and all of that. I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know what Tibbs be doing. I know I'm talking some NBA 2K shit, but but I'm saying it's a remedy though. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, bro, you gotta let these cats get. Yes, sir.
It's the same. It's pretty much like the way you think, and man, you on point. But is that the bench? They look so good, bro. It feels like we don't have a problem with the bench, and at all. As a starting unit, not seeing no type of chemistry. The thing looks this bomble, whatever you guys want to call it.
Stop making words up in the middle of the night, bro.
You got
Stop making words up.
It's
Siri saying that word
all right. So what you want to call it? What you want to call it?
Discombobulated.
Yeah, just call it.
Say that thing.
But listen
just
to
call
this.
it that, right? Just call
listen
it
to
that.
this. Call it whatever you want to, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Hey,
whatever is happening,
bro. I love it. I love it, guys.
Whatever is happening to that starter unit is like
2 or 3 in the morning.
Whatever hair that is there, he's still pulling. Like I'm trying to make it work, but nothing works.
Right.
But for real, man, we got crew, bro. Like I said, when Brunson is here now, we got a real point guard. He gonna show these dudes how to rock because they can ball. You look at every one of our dudes had a big game on that, in that lineup, right? Every one of them, even all the way down to Sims, right? The dude, Jericho Sims, he was doing his thing. He's a big body, can't be moved, but he's gonna be the third center. You know what I'm saying? Because Hartenstein can dribble, he can shoot, he can pass. You know what I'm saying? He fight on the boards. He can protect the rim. So he's back up to Mitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mitch,
athletic too. Not gonna lie,
right?
He's definitely athletic.
And now, so think about this. You know, you got a starting point guard on your bench and as a starter, and 2 backup centers to protect the rim, bro. Our defense is gonna be crazy because, like I said it to you yesterday on Freezy. Everybody knows Tibbs is defense first. You learn the defense. You're supposed to be able to score. You're in the NBA, bro. You can score. Everybody in the league can score. If you couldn't score, you wouldn't be here. Yeah. So defense is what look at the playoffs, right? Every team was a defensive team. The best 2 defenses was playing against each other. And it was about who had a little bit more scoring, right? Because Boston, they needed that third person, that third contributor. Yeah, to get over the hump. And then Draymond Green's a Swiss Army knife. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the little Jordan Poole. Draymond Green don't do nothing spectacular. He do a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? You look at his stat numbers, it's 8, 4, 3, 7. You're like, oh, still got every box filled up. You know what I'm saying? And a tech. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, like if you look, they had the defense and they had just enough offense, and they battle tested and look and think about the players, right? So the dudes, especially Steph, Clay, and Draymond, that's the core right there. They set the tone for the whole league. I don't care. It's like Bill Belichick and the Patriots. It don't matter who you put around Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? This is the system, and he's gonna make sure y'all get those right. And I don't care. Everybody that played with Tom Brady got a ring. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying? Like they took this guy out of here. They put the dude, what's his name, Woodhead in there. You know what I'm saying? Took this dude out. Everybody get rings.
Wes Welker. You got
everybody.
All these dudes.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just who he is. That's what I was saying about the guy Brunson. It's like it doesn't matter who he's playing with. He's gonna see that everybody get these looks because that's just the way the game is. He's playing off angles and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, you got these 2 set rosters. You got these 2 the bench that's lit. Like I said, anybody on that bench can give it to you. D Rose could go off. IQ will drop 30. Huh?
No, man. You know, hey, we joking, man. But hey, but your point though, be smooth. Your point is duly noted, bro. Your point is probably one of the better points in the off season, right? Because if the system is run the way the system is supposed to be run, then the players that you put into it don't have to be elite level players because they'll still be efficient, proficient, and be good in that system. Right.
And think about all them dudes can shoot, man. Yo, Grimes, I love Grimes. He played D. He's feisty. He be getting loose balls. He just do it all. He's that Swiss Army knife that we need as well. He's a little undersized, but he played tough. Same thing with Brunson. He can stay in front of his man. He might not stop nobody. They might shoot over him, but he's going to stay in front of you. He's going to make you make a bad pass. Somebody going to be in the passing lanes. He plays the passing lanes. Yo, I'm telling you, we're going to have a totally different team. Y'all going to be like, oh, snap. That's all we needed was a point guard? Like, that's all we needed was him. He's the perfect, I swear to God, you look at his peers that talk about him as coaches, everybody that's associated and saying that dude was player of the year in NCAA, bro. Like, how many good players was in his class that he didn't outshine everybody? You know what I'm saying?
And the only reason he dropped was his height. That's the only reason he dropped in the draft was he's just really short.
Yo, bro, really and what's crazy about it, everybody that went before him and after him is like, yo, that's the dude right there. They all saying this. This is not something I'm making up or I'm trying to big up. These cats are saying it, and I'm like, yo, these is the nicest dude in the league right now. And they're like, yo, that dude Jalen Brunson is a problem. When you got cats like John. Yo, when you got dudes like John Morant, like, yo, I don't know what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all better stop playing with this dude, B. Like, he don't play. And then, like, he's a serious dude, man. Like, he's super smart and he's a serious baller. Like, yo, I'm here to win. So
y'all see Jeff Van Gundy. Jeff Van Gundy said he's super, like, serious about his craft.
Yo, bro,
I trust what Jeff Van Gundy said.
He's going to bring a whole different dynamic to this team to whereas everybody going to be having fun again. You're going to be watching basketball like it's supposed to be played. You know what I'm saying?
In a serious fun, too.
None of that goofy,
we don't care.
Right.
Yeah, we don't care if we win or lose.
That's why I kept saying watch him play ball because he ain't laughing and joking on the court. Everything is serious. Even if he make a good play, you make a good play, he still got his face like this is game time, bro. Yeah, you did that, but we gotta win this. Then after the game, it's like, all right, well, in all his interviews, he's like, yeah, I'm just planning for the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, even if we would have won the chips this year, I'm still like, what's next? Now I got a chip. What I'm gonna do next? I got to get better. I got to add this. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he's thinking. Tell me that ain't gonna rub off on these young cats that's playing with him. All of them is young. You know what I'm saying? Right. But he's more mature than them. You know what I'm saying? Because none of them. Right. Yes.
I have a question because you mentioned John Moran.
Hey. So nice. Real quick. Before we open another topic, I got a rap right here. I got a rap right here because I don't and I know this is gonna sound weird, man. I just don't want the videos to be 4 hours long. Because what happens is I know
10 more minutes for 4 hours.
I know.
You doing the morning joint?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
of course.
Morning, afternoon, and night.
So what I'm getting at is, man, is I want y'all to get used to this pattern. We're gonna be here for the Knicks Morning Drive in the mornings and the Knicks At Night podcast at night. So even though we end the conversation one night, don't mean that we never coming back. Up. Just make what I'm saying to the panelists is, man, hey, just get comfortable with this vibe because this is the vibe that we going for.
Freeze. We're gonna be lit this season, bro. Because you gotta fill that Ron Cleveland void up too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like man, that before the game joint he used to do. Or the after the game, which I forgot which one he used to do. The after the game.
But I got a job. I got to, you know what I'm saying?
I know, bro. Yo, bro, you
hey, man, good time with y'all, man. I'm out.
Man. Hey, appreciate Morocco Joe. Appreciate Coach Color Blocks. Yep. Everybody that came through. Check out the Knicks Live tomorrow, right?
Yeah. What time do you start that, Freeze?
Tomorrow it's gonna be a little later because we got conference calls tomorrow. So all my schedule is pushed back tomorrow. So vibes and stuff in the morning is probably gonna be like 8:30, 9 o'clock ish. Okay. And then the next one to drive is probably gonna be about 11:15 ish. You know what I'm saying? So everything is slid back a little bit because of Wednesdays.
How many shows you do? Like 4?
No, we do. We do probably 3 a day.
3? Oh, but what's my man come on? Cully come on separate from you.
Yeah, Cully come on
your channel.
Yeah, so Cully and them will come on at 11. They'll rock to about 12:30, and then I'll come on after them at 12:30.
Oh,
so they'll do Knicks after party. Okay. They'll wrap up, and then I'll do the Knicks at Night podcast on Thursdays. So you talking about like maybe 4 or 5 shows in a day? You know what I'm saying on Thursdays?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, but the thing is, so we be wanting to talk that Knicks talk the way Knicks fans want that talk to be talked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The things that not even being speak about.
Yeah, it's that good barbershop sports bar talk.
Yeah. Because we got a platform that's different from everybody else. For those that are new to this, that are just like maybe this is your 5th or 6th show that y'all are in. So we're different from the other platforms where it's heavily moderated. Like you got the guest and then somebody sit with them and they toss a topic back and forth. Here, I'm trying to get 10 people in here in a live stream and we're gonna chop it up. That's what we're gonna do. We trying to get 10 people in here, and sometimes it's like the Jerry Springer show, and sometimes I'm Jerry Springer, and I don't care what people say. You know what I'm saying? I embrace that, right? So listen, yeah, man. And so the thing is, we trying to get this is a Knicks fans platform, so just get used to this vibe where we gonna hang out at night. We're gonna talk this talk, and if you don't get a chance to express yourself one night, just remember that the show is coming on in the morning, and again the same time the following night. Right. So if you don't get a chance to express something, man, you know what I'm saying, just come back. Yeah, something, just come back and hang out. Right. So I'm gonna end it right here, man. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with us. We appreciate all of y'all, man. Remember, this channel is for y'all. This y'all channel, right? This y'all channel. Come in here and rock. And for those that want to be moderators and want to do like their own channel and stuff, get in here, get used to what this thing is like, so that when you step off and do your own thing, you'll have that experience. I ain't got no problem with that. Just don't come in here trying to take over my joint. That ain't how it's happening. But if you want to get in and you know what I'm saying, and feel that family vibe, because we building a family vibe. This is a Knicks family thing.
For sure.
Right? So anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow night.
and tomorrow morning. Knicks fans, be peaceful. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. And I will see y'all in the